Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretha Ser, Fair as Samdi Keturah Baptiste, Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez, Juice as Tremere Adelio, Mikey Mike as Bano Hakim Mingo, Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce, and our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince.
Last time on The Real Vampires of South Philadelphia, our coterie found themselves at Elysium after a bit of an adventure, if you will. They have made some new ties, talked to a prince, went through a whole speech about the Sabbat invading the city, and then there was an anarch revolt because they don't want to play by the Camarilla rules. And we come back to our episode with our coterie potentially being mind controlled. And then they're gonna get their sexy on. I don't know. Audio's hot. We are live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, a Rolling These 20's John. I am your storyteller, Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. This is Morden, because he can't help but show himself to you all and get his hair all over my suit. I hope you all are having a fine evening. Let's get into it. So let me start by saying thank you to Roll20 for allowing us to be a part of their Spotlight program. We use Roll20 as our virtual tabletop for Vampire the Masquerade, where we have a good chunk of all the vampire content on their site and available for you to use for your Vampire the Masquerade games as well. So you'll see our dice roller on the screen as we go through this game, and you'll see how all of our players do here shortly when it comes to being mind controlled through the phone. Second thing up is our content warning. So we here at the table have safety tools in place, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on in our game. You may see scenes of violence, gore, body horror, sexual themes, and that sort of thing. We don't get too raunchy, but innuendo is gonna flow here. Loss of character agency, i.e. mind control, which is what you're walking into, and other things that may or may not be able to be predicted, as this is a live stream. If something does happen that makes you feel uncomfortable, you can step away, and all of our VODs will be available on YouTube for you to peruse at your liking. Please, Jesus Christ. I'm done. Fuck it. Let's let the players introduce themselves. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I will be playing Dr. Aretha Ser, Ari, your La Sombra.
Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair, #1 Morden Stan. Tonight I'll be playing Keturah Baptiste, your Hecata social media influencer, and our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Lonzo.
Hey, how we doing, everyone? Lonzo Gonzo here, playing Oscar de Leon Ponce, our Ravnos hacker kindred. Both our pronouns are he, him.
Juice.
I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice, and I'll be playing our Tremere, Aurelio Valentin, who uses he, him, and she, her.
Excellent. Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I am playing Serenity Sanchez, the Bruja, who is said "fuck you" to the prince and is currently driving home. And for once, is not gonna get mind fucked by cam people. This is gonna be interesting.
Cool.
And Ivy's pronouns are she, they.
Upgrades, people, well, updates, more like.
So let's get to that recap, and then we're gonna jump right into some dice rolls.
So the recap is pretty quick. The first half of our last game was us describing our outfits and arriving at Elysium. Literally up until
No, our outfits
break.
and our cars. Our outfits
Yes.
and our cars.
Yes. Oscar took an hour and a half to decide to wear a suit and 15 minutes to pick out his car. Serenity showed up in a beater, great dress, beater car. Katura was stunning as always. And Aurelio, upon their entrance, found Alexa. The chick who, Alexa, there we go. The chick who had dominated both Ale, his ghoul, and Marie, Katura's ghoul. And they had a lovely conversation. Aurelio used her mind control powers at Elysium, which is always a freaking gamble, and managed to, I don't remember the exact word, but basically dominate her so that she was willing to go along with anything. Come to find out that she is also a Tremere, and she is trying to bring Aurelio back into the fold, as it were. Everybody shows up at Elysium, and the Prince Cole, jumps into the conversation pretty quick, and it boils down to, yeah, I'm taking over the city, fall in line or get the fuck out, or be dealt with. That goes over about as well as you'd expect, with a whole bunch of anarchs in attendance. There is some conversation, some back and forth, and eventually Serenity gets up and says, you should have come and talked to us. Go fuck yourself. And the anarchs leave. The Toreador Primogen gets up and actually uses her powers in front of everybody at Elysium, which is typically a gigantic no-no, to try and say, yeah, of course the anarchs are going to say that, and blow them off. And then a TV is wheeled in, which is, a little odd. And the person wheeling it in gives a small, unnoticed to everybody else, kind of wink at Oscar. The TV is turned on, and there is Amber, the leader of the Thin Blood cult, at least the Philly branch. I don't know if it's the whole thing. Saying, yeah, I wasn't invited, but I got somebody else should meet. And another woman comes on screen, and she doesn't say much, doesn't introduce herself from what I can remember, and casts Dominate or something of a similar nature through the television, telling all of us to get the hell out of Philly. And that was where we left off.
Indeed. And so this is I forget the roll to resist, so bear with me a
Is
moment.
it composure and wits or something like that?
That I believe is the case. I'm just double checking.
Which power is it?
It's a
Oh,
dominate power.
you don't need to tell us that. That's sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to be helpful, but I realized that's not a good idea.
One moment. It is. Yeah. Okay. So it is going to be composure and no, I'm sorry. Intelligence and resolve. That's the roll.
No.
Okay.
I'm still at -2 for both of my mental, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop at any means necessary now.
Yeah.
Is it -2 for each, or just -2 for the single roll? Because those are both mental stats.
Yes, that would be -4.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and La Sombra my way out of this and use at any means necessary, or at any cost, or whatever it is.
Can I rouse my intelligence?
You absolutely can. I do want to tell you one thing though. Your willpower for this particular session is not reset.
Right. Okay.
So whatever willpower you used last week does not reset into this
one.
week.
I don't know. I can't remember if I did.
I don't remember either.
Okay, I got hungrier. When I rouse intelligence, how much does that add?
What is your blood potency?
Ooh, let me find it on this.
Yeah.
My blood potency is 2, so 2 dice.
That's
2 dice.
Where is my?
Oscar, why is there no blood dice in there?
I don't know.
How
I
hungry
did difficulty
are
of
you?
0.
What's your
Where
hunger
do we
at?
find the blood potency?
No,
on the other
because I
side,
had
Juice.
Got it, okay.
the doctor clean me up from beforehand. Ari took care of me when I got all slashed up from the.
But that doesn't.
You can't
that
be at
only
0
heals
Okay.
your
hunger.
health, but you can't be at
All right.
0 hunger unless you
Yeah.
ate someone.
Is there a difficulty to this?
8.
8.
Okay, great.
Oh, it's a good thing
I
I'm
wasn't
legal.
making that even at the best of times.
Right. Can you
I'm
willpower
not
this?
making 8.
Can we willpower this?
Serenity will keep the city
absolutely
safe.
can
It's
willpower it.
fine.
I'm gonna
You did
willpower.
I'm gonna
Yeah, okay.
rouse as well, and we'll.
Just gonna go
Actually-
ahead and do.
No, because I saw.
Okay. I could
Yeah,
willpower
no,
3.
I'm not gonna rouse. I'm just gonna.
Oh, wait, do I need a
So-
willpower?
I could willpower 3 of these.
Oh, I only got 110. Okay.
I rolled incredibly well.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I need to rouse.
So I can't
I-
find. Sorry, go.
Yes.
I fail. I fail no matter
bitches.
what. Yeah, I fail. I can't roll enough because I'm choosing not to rouse for reasons.
Hmm.
And if I don't rouse, then I can't pass. I guess I could crit, so let me do it.
You should still roll, yeah,
Um,
because crits could potentially change this.
You never know.
I think I crit because on my willpower I got another 10.
That is a messy critical then.
At any cost
Ooh.
gives me +2, right?
Yes.
I think it gives you
And
2
it co-
successes automatically,
Wait,
right?
at any cost.
The La Sombra
the
messy.
the clan.
Wasn't that
thingy.
just make it a success and a messy crit?
I genuinely cannot find it right now.
It's in the
'cause I think
companion.
I'm panicking.
It's in the companion.
It's not on. Oh, okay.
I think you've
Yeah.
used it before though, and that's what it is. It's a
You
success,
have,
but it's
yeah,
messy.
I remember it was being like 2 successes, but it's a messy crit. It makes it a messy crit. Because I remember I think you had to roll afterwards for something.
Yeah, I will just allow you to. What it's supposed to be is basically it takes 2 dice, turns them into critical successes as a messy crit, essentially. I'm just going to take that as a pass for reasons. I don't know what that roll is.
It's because I'm at -4, so I just rolled the equivalent.
Oh, got you. Yeah, just say that as a pass. Aurelio gets
Good enough.
close, unfortunately.
Oh, I could willpower. I could
You could
willpower. I forgot I
willpower.
could will-
Yeah. Oscar.
Got 5.
You got
I have 8.
5. Oscar, you notice that this doesn't affect you at all.
Fuck you, my willpower.
Oscar, this isn't directed at you for whatever reason.
Oscar's leaving. No.
That would count as a
Oscar just
regular crit
runs.
die for you, but did you have another one? No, you didn't. So that would just put you up to 6 successes, unfortunately.
I did have one. No, yeah, I did have one.
No, you had 2. So those counted already. You'd need a.
You don't have
fourth.
another pair.
Yeah, you need to make it another
Yeah.
pair.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. The 2. Wait.
And
so-
you can't willpower your blood die.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought. I understand now.
Yeah. So we're just take it as another success, but it's not enough, unfortunately. So passing, we got Katura and Ari. The prince did not pass, but his Devintru, Morgana Lee did. And Morgana steps up and just smashes the TV down. And there are
that's what I was gonna do.
There are several people who are just filing out, and you hear her say, "Stop!" And all of you need to make me another one of those same checks. This one is going to be less difficult, though. We're looking for 4s.
Okay.
Let's see if I
is my
crit.
intelligence still roused or
Still
no?
roused. Still in the same scene.
Okay.
We're gonna get to you, Serenity. Just
Damn.
You said the difficulty is 4.
difficulty is 4.
Just made it.
Yeah. Oh, I crit.
Damn.
Katura pass. Let me see. This is going to pass. Yeah, he passes. Okay.
Yes.
And this stops probably about 4/5 of the crowd have sort of just all stopped in place. The rest are just running out of here. You all passed here. Oscar, you were never under the will of this. Were you leaving when everyone else left just to get out? Because this is important to decide what happens to you here. Are you bailing on your crew? That's essentially the question.
No, Oscar won't bail. Oscar wants to know what happened.
Did you
and
make
why
the
were they-
intelligence and resolve roll
for the first one?
for the
For
second?
this,
For the second one.
yeah, I got 4 out of 4.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. I passed.
So you all are good. Sorry.
Are we though? Like, if we pass, doesn't that mean that we ignore the request?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Agile rolling basically is a contested thing to break your brains of this, essentially. You still pass, but it basically knocks you out of the other one, essentially. So you're back to blank slate sort of thing. You're back to having your own facilities, essentially. Because that was the intent of this.
So the 2 commands get canceled out.
Yes, essentially that's what's
Okay.
happening. 2 commands get canceled out. You still feel a bit of an urge to leave. But you're able to fight it off with Morgana's coaxing, and you also feel the Toreador Primogen sort of drop awe again, just to sort of like get people's attention back.
Oh my god.
And this isn't going to be a check sort of thing. You just feel the pull of it more than actually like, I need to watch this person. And Cole gets up and he goes, "We will find who's behind this. And we will destroy them. However, for now, I think we should put our business aside and return to our homes. Havens, if you will. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. We will be in touch as we deal with this Sabat problem." And he walks away from the microphone. And the sheriff sort of shuffles him out of another entrance. Exit, sorry. Basically a fire exit.
I would like to talk to him before he leaves. I'd like to try to catch him before he leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing?
I am looking around to Sophia, if I catch Belladonna or whatever I think Belladonna is looking like. Basically, any other folks that I know here knew before this coterie.
Okay, so Sophia is available. Belladonna's here, or was here. She's probably done the thing that they do is out of sight.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll go. I would like to go up to Sophia. I don't know if you want to go through everybody, if you want
Yeah,
to
I'm
just
just trying to figure out what everyone's move is here.
Cool.
Oscar is gonna kind of like look around, and knowing that I'm not supposed to really know anyone, just kind of wait for Ari to kind of pass by and be like, "Hey, look, do you know what's happening?" To kind of make like we could walk out together while trying to talk and figure out what the heck we do next for this.
Yeah, I am probably going to stay where I am for a minute and I guess track as many reactions as I can. Who looks freaked out, who looks scared, and kind of honestly, most importantly, who looks like, okay, that everything is, who looks comfortable with it, because everybody should be on edge.
Roll me a wits and awareness. Serenity, where were you heading? Just home?
Probably home. And all rambling to Gabrielle, but just everything that just happened that she witnessed before she left.
Okay.
If I rouse the blood, that gives me 1 extra.
2 extra.
Dope. So that'll cancel my.
This is only going to last until we get out of this scene, so you're getting close to not having to worry about this anymore.
I did it on purpose. I am not annoyed by it. Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Is all. Cool. And
okay. Your penalty is now 1.
Oh, good. So 5 successes.
5 successes. You do notice that Vega, the Tremere Primogen, is stone-faced, essentially. Gets up in his Mickey Mouse robes, essentially, and just walks out. No expression. Montrose, the Malkavian, is like, I was going to go with them just to see what happened. Like, I'm not leaving the city. I like it here. Those people, they looked very much lost. Interesting. Very interesting. I enjoy seeing what mind powers can do. Always. Very, very interesting. Everyone else looks shook, essentially. The La Sombra Primogen, Mona looks, Morgana, I'm sorry, looks pissed, to say the least. Yeah, the Toreador Primogen, Elizabeth, probably looks more like someone ruined a party and borderline tantrum sort of thing. And the La Sombra is sort of seething, and you know this look, Ari, because you see the little bit of shadow wavering thing going on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll get up and, find Snake Eyes and be like, you ready to leave? And just kind of start walking, like do the loop so that I go past whoever in our group is still in the room.
Yeah, that was a lot. I think I'm gonna stay away from these from now on. Mm-hmm.
Probably wise. Not the worst one I've been to, and this one was at least quick.
I gotta hear this story then.
When we're not in here, and I'm not gonna get in trouble for it.
And y'all roll out. Hopping back over to Katura. Prince is walking out, going towards the emergency exit, and your move.
Yeah, as I see, the sheriff's name is Asia, right?
Mm-hmm. Asia.
So as I see them leading Tyreek out, I'll be like, can I speak to him? please.
He turns around. Yes. Yeah. It's fine, Aja. She kind of is like, "Are you sure, Prince?" It's like, "It's fine. Get home. I'm good."
I can give him a ride back.
Don't let anything happen to him. He's your responsibility, and if something does, we'll find you.
I look forward to it. But nothing's going to happen.
And she leaves.
Okay.
Out the
I think
exit.
I'll like lead him to my car so we can have a private conversation.
Okay.
Juice, stop. And then I'll have I would assume that his home is in the GPS somewhere. Safe to say?
One of his places is for sure.
Yeah. Whichever one. Yeah. So I'll take him to that one. And if it's
Okay.
not where he wants to go, then he can, speak up for himself because he's grown.
He does. He just goes, "Well, that was fucked. Absolutely fucked."
Yeah. In a number of ways. Normally when I'm alone with you, I don't like to talk about camp stuff or independent stuff or things like that. But come on. I hate to admit it. Well, not hate, but I think Serenity had a point. The best way to get the anarchs on your side would be to talk to them.
They're acting
Serenity
like
isn't
children.
unreasonable.
No, this is
Oh.
unreasonable. We are dying. People are literally losing their lives, and you want to have a fucking conniption about a cell phone? The Second Inquisition is literally breathing down our fucking throats. I've done everything that I possibly could to protect this city. All I asked for was a little bit of cooperation. Just a bit.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just frustrated.
I understand. But I think you also have to understand how it looks. You sit there and say you want cooperation, but when have you actually cooperated? You say that you've left the baronies alone. You say that you've left the baronies alone, but then you send Morgana in to buy up properties in those areas?
I send Morgana in to buy up properties. What?
I had a meeting with Morgana not that long ago, trying to buy property for the camp. So is she doing that under your direction, or is she doing that of her own accord?
I generally
the way
let
that
the
it looks,
Ventrue handle their business deals on their own.
Well, the way that it looks like she's doing it for you.
Even if it was for me, what is the problem?
Cooperation. You say that you're leaving people alone, but it looks like you are not. And then people think that you are having others killed.
I think that I'm having others killed.
Oh, we lost Liz.
No. See, there is the problem. There was never a think that I have done this. The people that have been killed for violating the rules. Present yourself in front of me. Let me know that you're in my city. Do not go into someone else's territory, including some of your baronies. Enforce things. Rules are very simple. And those who are violated, embraced without permission, and handled.
Okay.
I don't like it. Those are the rules.
Okay. I'm not going to argue that those are the rules. That's not what I'm arguing here. Or rather, I wouldn't even call it an argument. We're just talking.
Indeed.
It also does not make you look good when one of your own uses their powers on everybody else in order to get their point across.
You mean to tell me that no one uses awe in Elysium? If I was to start to enforce rules on every unseen violation of Elysium, then I would have to have
In
everyone
Elysium,
punished.
in front of you, even after you gave them the look to stop.
And they did.
After it was done. After they had done their little speech.
Some things are bigger than a mild violation at Elysium. Right now, we are literally arguing about beans when the whole world is potentially going to be on fire. I do not have the mental
I, as a
capacity
player,
for this.
laughing at beans. Okay. I just think that these are some things to consider. I understand that we are entering into some difficult times, and I say that lightly. But you can't show an iron fist and expect people to want to cooperate with it. And that's all that I'm saying to you.
They'll die alone.
I guess so.
I can't protect people from themselves. If they wish to argue over minor petty bullshit like having to cut off communications through communication devices for a little bit, I'm not even saying that you anarchs have to, your anarch friends have to do this forever. Just for a short period of time while I get this Second Inquisition problem figured out.
And how long do you think it'll be for you to figure out? Are you already working on it?
Yes.
And how long do you think it'll be before they get here? Or are they already here?
Oh, I have reason to believe they are in the city.
Interesting that they and the Sabbat show up at the same time.
It's because of the Sabbat. At least that's what I believe.
Well, I can try to talk to Serenity, but I don't promise you anything.
I don't care. She wanted to kill me.
And now she doesn't. Things change.
You don't find that a bit odd?
That she no longer wants to kill you?
Yes. Going from adamantly wanting my head to suddenly everything's fine. Hot-headed Bruja, this something doesn't make sense. Find out.
I think that
maybe I'll talk to the little rapper boy. He'll probably break under a little bit of pressure.
God, please don't. I don't want to have to hear about it later. He talks way too much. I think, not that I'm an expert in Serenity Sanchez or, with her 24/7, but maybe something's happened that has her distracted. Maybe she sees bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish than a Sabbat incursion.
No, I'm talking about you and wanting to kill you.
Good, great. That's all that I could hope for.
Yeah, Sabbat incursion, great distraction. especially when one directly attacks you.
Yes, about that. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I wasn't hurt. It was just, I can't even say it was surprising, you know, but it was just a damper on my night. But I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's been a lot going on, and not everyone is in full lockstep as they need to be in a situation like this. I'm still a relatively young prince, all things considered. And so the Archons and the Justicars, they have deemed it me handling this on my own, which is why I was trying to make an appeal to the Anarchs, even if I hadn't known they were going to balk a little bit at the rules.
It, hmm.
I'm not
I
entirely
mean,
unreasonable. I really am not.
I don't find you to be unreasonable.
I bet you don't.
Listen, I'll try to talk to Serenity. And I mean, the cell phone thing, it's not 100% cutting off. It's just, is it just watching what you say? Because maybe there's some room where I can make it a little easier for them. I make no promises.
Watching what you say, constant use of burners, VPNs, everything. And if you have a personal phone that you use regularly, you should probably change your number.
Noted. I don't think that's hard. I think one of the problems is that you didn't really set any parameters. You just said stop using your phone. And you didn't really give any clarification as to what you meant.
Didn't really give me very much of an opportunity to do that either. If the talking was the thing, going on stage and being like, fuck this shit, I'm out, wasn't exactly the best way to have a discussion. But what can you
True.
expect from the Bruja?
I think Bruja can be surprising sometimes.
French fries and andouille if you want it.
Thank you.
You're going to be okay?
Probably not.
Probably none of us are. But I guess we take it a night
Trying
at a
to
time.
keep this all together. I don't know the best way.
I don't know if there is a best way. I don't. Every situation is different. And one person's solution may not be the one that works here in Philly.
Are you going to stay with me tonight?
Do you want me to?
Wouldn't have asked if I didn't.
Okay, then.
So, moving on from there. Aurelio. You wanted to
Yes.
speak
with Sophia, and I was scanning the room for basically any other faces that I recognize. Basically, who is still here from the people that I knew before this group of people. And I'm not asking for like a specific list, but like people that I would know from church, people that I would know from Genesis, people that I would know from interviews and stuff like that. Like, are there people that I've clocked basically like percentage wise, people that I know that were affected by this command to leave?
There probably
did I notice how many people left?
Like 3 or 4 left. some others that you've seen around the church, but would not necessarily talk to you in this particular place, um, are still here, kind of like mingling with their respective primogen, because some of the primogen are still like talking to their other clanmates.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Sophia is a Toreador, and they split her.
Right. I was hoping, I don't know if I could catch the attention of Elizabeth, but
Sure.
at least give like a nod or a wink, not engage her in conversation, but just kind of like acknowledge her presence as I make my way over to Sophia. I'm assuming there are many a Toreador trying to chitter chatter with Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, but if you try to catch her eye, you're probably more interesting than some of the roses that are just chattering as usual.
Oh, don't say that to me.
I'm saying the truth of the matter, because you
I
are
mean, the
something new
recap
and
did leave out
different.
the most important part, that already looks stunning as usual. Um, I know what I want to do. Okay, as a player, that was my player reaction. I think I would like Sophia to clock me looking and like trying to like walk towards her. But then if I see that I've caught Elizabeth's attention, and I want to kind of divert my attention over to Elizabeth so that Sophia can see that. Like a little subtle pettiness.
Okay. And so Sophia clocks this and goes to step towards you, and then you see Elizabeth sort of take a few extra steps and then wrap her arm around your arm, just like there and intertwining with you. And she's like, Aurelio, darling,
Oh,
let's come take a
Elizabeth.
little walk.
Oh, and I'll just look over my shoulder and be like, I'll see. I'll
If
just mouth those
looks
words. Like, I'll
could
go over and see
kill,
you.
Sophia would have just murdered you at least 3 times.
And I'll just shrug and kind of turn back and kind of smile slyly to myself and be like, I learned from the best, and be like, oh, Elizabeth, my gosh, what a night. It's a lot's been going on.
And she's like leading you outside to the night air. Are you following with her?
I am.
Okay.
It is, if possible, I know I'm like making a lot of these things, but if possible, do we happen to stride in front of, I forgot the Tremere Primogen's name as well?
Oh, Vega.
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 Okay.
Vega. As he was walking out, he was stone faced, but if anyone was actually looking at Vega, you could tell he was looking at you the entire time.
Me? You. Oh, shit. Okay. I'll clock that. And feel conflicted for a moment, but I will still.
He's not going to
proceed
stop for you.
With Elizabeth.
He's leaving. But...
Oh, for sure. I'm not diverting my attention towards him. Like, I'm not physically leaving Elizabeth after. I'm not basically ping-ponging between all these people. But I'll continue with Elizabeth.
Elizabeth gets you outside, and she's like, "Hi," and she's like, "I really don't like these things, honestly. I know it looks like I'm really angry, but this is what is expected of me. I'm a Toreador, blah blah."
Oh, I know, keeping up appearances and all that. I understand. I get it. Of course, I'm not saying that I understand everything that you're going through. I'm sure there's a lot of responsibility that comes with things like this, but I mean, who would have expected anything like that to happen? It's Elysium is supposed to. I've heard that Elysium is one of the, it's the place to be, and so many people just up and left.
Some little girl has gotten her panties in a twist and she wants something more from
Do you
us.
know who that was?
Oh,
Who
Alexa,
they
yes.
were?
Of course. I mean, not Alexa. Amber, yes. I don't know the person who was there with her, but Amber, she wants to be one of us so badly. And she
One
can't
of
be.
us.
A Toreador, of course.
A Toreador. Oh, yes.
She wishes she was
I
one of
mean,
us.
who wouldn't?
Exactly, who wouldn't? But this jealousy that she has within her, this behavior is unbecoming.
Yes. I'm quite. So you said that you know Amber. What can you tell me about her? What have your interactions been like? What do you know?
And she looks at you, Aurelia, and she goes, that is an interesting question that you're asking. What do you know?
I'm coming into a lot of new experiences lately. Of course, as you would know, this is my first time at Elysium. And so I'm just trying to, and as you know, you probably know that I just go about trying to learn as much as I can about the people around us with my interviews and such. And so I don't know if it might be useful to try and get some additional information from Amber. And if anything that you can tell me about her might help get an in to try and see any information that might be helpful for whatever your means are.
Do you want to enter?
That's kind of what came into my mind. I could, as a cover. It sounds like you're not very fond of her. So if I've learned anything, it's that there are creative ways to bring someone down and destroy them without leaving a bloody mess.
Yes, of course. I can, if you want to learn more about her, she likes to talk about herself. I can get something set up between you two.
Amber, she has quite a social media following, doesn't she?
Oh, yes.
That makes sense.
Doesn't mean anything. There's no money in that. I mean, there's some, but no real money. And it doesn't last forever. Especially not for us.
Well, what would you like to stop her? What would you like to see happen with this?
I don't care about her. She's nobody.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This disruption to Elysium, the prince will handle that. I'm not worried. We have bigger fish to fry. You do understand that with this sort of thing happening, there is a good chance that we may see an Archon come into the city, and that would be not
good. Can I roll something to see if I know what that means?
Sure.
Would I know what that means?
Int and etiquette. Now, you don't really have strong connections to the camp, but this is not a particularly hard roll. I'm looking for a 3.
Okay. Three.
Excellent. Archons are kind of the enforcers of the more political side of the Camarilla. They usually come around
more political. God. Okay.
Yeah, they're like they are usually sent out when they don't the higher ups in the Camarilla don't think the prince is handling the city well enough.
Ooh, did I just get some juicy tea? Okay. Oh, well, that might be a good opportunity to see, based on whatever fallout happens from that. Maybe there's time for new leadership. Someone with a real vision for what should happen, could happen. And I mean,
And
being
she
a Toreador, I'm
puts
sure
a
you're.
finger over your mouth as you're saying this. Like, there are ears everywhere.
I stay quiet.
And then she's like, "Oh, darling, we should schedule some time to talk. I'd love to have lunch with you sometime."
Always lovely to share a meal.
And she reaches into her like chest and hands you a card. She's like, "It's just an address on there. That's all."
I take it. I don't read it. I don't doubt it. I just take it and I thank her. And say, well, it was certainly quite lovely to chat with you. Would love to chat more and learn more about the things going on and how I might be able to be of help or aid in any way that I can.
There will be plenty of time. And she does the kiss sort of thing in the air on both sides of your cheeks. Yeah.
Yes,
And
certainly.
then walks away and she's like, "Roses, please attend me." And they come.
And as they come, I kind of just smile coyly at all of them, as if to say, like, I don't work for her. I just got her attention. She came to me.
There's some jealous looks coming your way for sure.
I just about face and make my way out, seeing if I glance any of these folks and or Alexa as I try and figure out how the hell I'm going home, because I assume Kelvin left with the group of anarchs.
Kelvin got mind control.
No. Oh, Kelvin. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Because I was going to say he actually turned around to come back for you.
He stuck around. Yeah. Kelvin got mind control. But he's not there anymore.
Okay.
Someone might have to check on Kelvin at some point.
Already on the list of plans.
Oscar. So I take it you're leaving this place. You're not sticking around to really talk to anybody, right?
I was sticking around to.
You left with Ari?
Yeah, to leave with Ari.
Okay. So as Ari and Snake Eyes are walking out, Oscar, I need you to roll me a wits and awareness. Or you can use your electroception, whatever you feel is needed.
Wits and awareness.
Okay.
What difficulty?
Put it down for a 4.
4.
Perfect. Ari, I'm not going to make you roll for this because it wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't know even if you did notice it. But Oscar, this is basically, it looks like a message from Oscar to you.
Okay.
And it's just like, it looks almost like chalk on the ground. And you've seen a very similar symbol to this on the makeshift portal that was being built in your home. And as you look at it, you hear someone.
I kind of look around to see where that sound's coming from.
And there's like a little, there's an area where there's like some trees and bushes on the outside side of this building.
Mm-hmm.
And there's someone trying to get your attention over And I
Um,
suspect that Ari and Snake Eyes
Snake
see your attention get sort of over there. Not necessarily hearing this, but
Everything all right?
I might need to check up on something, but I kind of look around to see like anyone that's kind of like pay attention to us now that we kind of stopped in the middle of
No.
us going up. And Snake Eyes knows our situation, right? Where we all, I'd be like, well, we'll talk later. I'm gonna check up on what this is. I'll let you know what happens.
All right.
You get home safe, all right?
Yeah, you too. Don't
Don't do an Oscar.
not even that. I mean, the last time you wandered off by yourself, it was a
Mhm.
problem, and we had to break into a casino. So,
That different timeline. That shit didn't happen. We don't talk about
are
that,
you okay?
right? We don't talk about that.
Just let's not have to break into the casino again. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, we're gonna have to break into some tech company at some point.
That's not the casino this time. You go handle what you need to handle. I will see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye,
And
Snake Eyes.
I think Oscar, you're the only one who has seen, like, talked to Ari up close tonight, and you would probably notice she's a little off.
I'll like as Ari leaves, I'm like, okay, all right, okay, and I'll go check to see Mr. Bushman.
And Oscar, it is one of your goons. And he's like, did you fucking see that shit, man? It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw. I was there. Why are you here?
Well, you told me to meet with you after it was done.
You didn't have to be this close, though. You see everyone coming out. What do you think is going to happen? They see me talking to you. What? Come on.
Shit, my bad. I was just trying to do what
Go meet me back at the house.
Okay, boss. He looks really confused and scared now.
As I leave, I just let out a big sigh. I was like, I told him to meet me here. That's no. That's only. Is it possible? Is their original back? Am I Peter Parker or Ben Riley now?
Fucking stop.
I love you.
I head to the car, but in the group text, I'd be like, possible that Oscar this timeline might be back? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Buddy.
And I won't head to the house. I'm just going to like keep an eye on comms, video, Elvira, whatnot.
Roll me enter technology, Oscar. Just for funsies here.
Difficulty?
We're just gonna take this roll as a win. So just put a 0 down for now.
Got it. 8 successes.
God.
I
damn, you got 8 successes. Wasn't even a crit in there. So Oscar, I think the thing that gets you here is you're like, I don't remember telling him this, but you do remember that when you were like searching through this timelines of Oscar's info and stuff like that, you ran into some encrypted messages essentially, and you couldn't figure them out, like what the fuck they were. And some of the stuff was on some of it wasn't sent yet. and you couldn't stop them.
Was it?
And
Did I come to deduce it was like on like a timer, like a delay send kind of deal?
perhaps hard to say for sure, because you keep getting basically whenever you look back at it, it's just basically saying that stuff is being sent essentially in the future. Like some things that you looked at, like you have files and folders on your computer for days ahead of your current day and time.
And I draw the connected dots to like this Oscar was using the book to kind of steer things along in a certain way.
I don't think that's too far of a thing to infer. Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah, I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Just kind of let that one go. Have them wait like 30 minutes and just keep an eye out on like Elvira comms, see if this Oscar might show up or anything else happens before I walk in and meet up with them.
Cool. Nothing. And I think all of you will be able to return to your home, your respective homes and havens, relatively unscathed. If you choose to rest, you can do that, and we will reconvene on the next day. Or if you have something else you want to do at home before you decide to rest, you can tell me what that is.
I'm at the princess house.
45 minutes to
Well, I know
get
what
stuff.
you're doing.
No, paint me a word picture. What does it look like? What does this house look like?
I'm picturing the like Beyonce's Partition is playing, and I'm complaining about taking more than 45 minutes to get all dressed up, and then Katura is enjoying the rest of the meaning of that song while I'm complaining about this in the background.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's say he looks his apartment. This one looks like one of those apartments in season 1 of Love is Blind when they got
I'm actually gonna have to Google this one because I don't know what you're talking.
Me neither. I've heard of it.
Don't watch Love is Blind. It's a waste of your
I'm
brain
not gonna. I'm
cells.
not gonna watch it, but I don't know what apartment you're.
It is. It is basically
kind of nice.
Yeah, it's
It's like
just
90 Day
standard-
Fiancé.
Your standard modern
yeah,
apartment, new build apartment. Okay.
exactly. Yes, Ivy.
I want to text my brother. He's
Interesting.
probably not going to answer, but I just want to finally get around to doing that. And I think after she gets home and is in comfortable, comfortable for being at home clothes.
Well, it is like 3 a.m. So
No,
probably
I'm not
wouldn't
expecting
answer
him to
right
respond.
now. But yeah,
It would just probably be like, "Hey, I was just already up. Nothing's wrong. I love you." Just want to say that, and I send it.
cool.
Am I going home phoneless?
Oh, you would have had a
door.
chance to get your phone back. Yeah. You would
Okay.
have got a chance to get your phone back. Everybody would have had that. So no worries on that end. I'm sorry I didn't point that out, but yeah, you would have gotten a chance to get your phone back.
I mean, I figured like an Anarch probably had their way of like getting their phone, but I was like, I didn't try and subvert anything, so I'm probably going home phoneless.
Really doesn't care how she got home. More so, where's my goddamn phone?
I mean, I need to, now that I got plenty of time, I need to document how fabulous I look, because I was like trying to rush to make sure that...
Obviously, that's why do you think Katura left her phone in the car? He's like, ain't no way. Okay. There will be no delays in me getting my phone back.
Okay.
Ari is going to give the rundown of how she met some werewolves at Elysium.
Oh yeah,
to Snake Eyes and that fucking fiasco.
he is all in on this story. He's like, you make friends with werewolves, like just going all in, like.
Friends is a strong word. They did not
Acquaintances?
immediately eat us. Though they had every reason
Y'all
to.
brought silver. Did y'all not know that they would know?
We are not wise.
Y'all didn't bring flashlights. Yeah, that's the whole like thing.
We are not wise.
Yes, we forgot the fucking flashlights.
Yeah, he's just cracking up at this story, but it makes for a great story for sure.
It's a good story.
So
Just watching you uselessly try to get cat hair off
Yes.
your suit. He's going to come right back. He's gonna sense that you did that.
I know. So
Gordon, stop being egotistical as your namesake.
gosh. So I was gonna say long rest, but it's not a long rest. You all gonna take your day sleep. And then I think I need y'all to awaken with a rouse check.
Any spent willpower is still spent because it's this session, right?
I will say that y'all can count your willpower as reset now. But because we were doing like a to be continued for the rest of Elysium, I wanted to make sure we were still in the same state for that, essentially. There's a lot of failures here from the looks of it.
This is it making up for me succeeding super well in the past few sessions. That's like be hungry bitch.
So Ari, it's another night where you wake up to shadows engulfing a whole goddamn room again. Yeah, Snake Eyes is taken to make sure he sleeps far away from you at this point, like not in the same room, because when you get hungry now, it's weird. And that cold darkness, even though he has eyes of the beast and he can see through it, it's still not comfortable to be in all of that. Yeah, you describing yours is different than everyone else's because it is just cold, dark, evil feeling, essentially. It's like a fucking horror movie inside of your person. It's terrifying. But you're kind of used to it at this point.
I wake up hungover, or the equivalent of hungover with sand in my joints and a headache, and I'm immensely pleasant to be around right now.
Oscar, you're frustrated, and your beast is frustrated along with you. And it's like, bro, are we getting played? Is that what's happening right now? We're getting played by ourselves.
Feels like that, right?
I mean, we're the most interesting man in the world. Like that commercial with the dude with the beer. Yeah.
I mean, I like that Dos Equis.
But this is getting like we're the most interesting man in a bunch of worlds now, and that's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, maybe this Oscar was onto something by just getting rid of all of the other Oscars. And then maybe like instead of having a bunch of people that depend on you to be the most interesting man in the world, you can just eat them too. Like you can just get their powers. Like, you know, I would say take on Ari last if you were gonna do that though, because like that dark shit is dangerous.
I go for a blood bag and I'm like, so you're saying I'm the most hungry man in the world? And I just start sipping on my
Stop with these Capri Suns, these sippy cups, bro. Like this is gross. This is beneath you.
Nah, this sippy cup's good. Don't knock it before you try it. And I'm Capri Sunning my my sippy cup of of blood.
Katura, the prince has a higher humanity than you do. And so when you awaken, the prince comes into the room with what seems to be like a warm carafe of blood for you.
Oh, breakfast in bed. Love that for me.
And you can take your hunger down to 1.
Feeding you, like, instead of grapes, feeding you blood bobas.
Like as soon as your beast starts to like get going, there's just boop.
Yeah, it's like I get my coffee cup and it's like, shut up, bitch.
Essentially.
I drink my blood.
Don't talk to me before my hunger reaches 1.
Don't talk to me before I've had my blood coffee.
Aurelio, where did
Without
you
the shirt.
sleep,
Without the shirt.
by the way?
I think after that, I'm trying to think of what makes sense. I would have gone home to change out of my outfit after documenting it, of course. But I would have then gone back to Genesis after it closed, and I would have stayed up perusing my library until I basically fell asleep. So I would have fallen asleep within the stacks of my library.
Great. So your beast is like, Aurelio, wake up. You can't keep falling asleep in a library.
Why not?
Because you're you. You're more important than this.
Where would you prefer that I sleep?
I don't know.
Or wake up?
Where do you think gods sleep? They have temples dedicated to themselves. You looked amazing last night. You should be basking in your own glory every time you wake up.
I hear this and I look up my phone, and I've changed the wallpaper on my phone to a picture of myself last night. I was like, you're right. And I bask in the glory of myself.
This, though. So maybe that bruja, delicious little morsel. Use what you can from him, and then
you're not wrong. I miss being spry and moving quickly. Although, is he spry and moves quickly, or is he just strong?
Both.
Okay, so yeah, I miss being spry and moving quickly. And I'll look at the day. What day is it? Has it been? Is it close to the next church session?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. Say, all right. Well, I guess a little taste won't hurt. I will listen to my beast, and I'll send a message to Kelvin, just reminding him of the card that I gave him and saying, inviting him to, if he wants to check that out, that I can take him in. He can accompany me. He would need to come with me, because I know that I could probably get a little taste, a little something. To the salon.
You get a message from Calvin that says, "Why did I wake up in Camden?"
Oh fuck.
And I think that's what we're gonna take a short break. Actually.
Oh fuck!
What, you had something?
No, I, as a player, forgot that he was mentally dominated to get the fuck out.
No, I feel like Aurelio also sends that text, like, oh fuck. It's a voice note, and that's all it says.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right.
Oh
so
fuck.
We're gonna take a short 5 to 10 minute break, y'all, and we will be back with you with more Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by night. I roll these 20's, John. So our coterie had just awakened from their day sleep in their respective homes or other people's homes or libraries. It's weird. And this is after a very interesting night at Elysium in which things sort of went off the rails for everyone, to be honest. The Anarchs walked out. The Prince had his whole Elysium sort of blown up by someone trying to mind control through a television, and Oscar is finding out stuff about Oscar that Oscar didn't know. Yes, it is exactly as weird as that sounds. So we begin back. The coterie awakened, and some of us refreshed, some not. Not everyone gets breakfast in bed. And you all are open to do whatever it is you will do for the day, whether you meet up with the rest of your coterie or go get into your own types of fuckery. So going around the table, we'll start with Oscar, actually.
Oh, fun. Real quick, can we go back to me getting back to my place after my fellow henchmen
Oh,
met me
absolutely.
up there? See what they wanted.
You can tell me. So you go back to your spot. And your henchman, and you know he has a name, but he's never actually said his name, and you don't remember his name. So it's one of those awkward situations sort of things, because he's just like, he calls you boss. And when you get home, you've been there for a little bit, and then he shows up and he
Yeah. Whoa.
And-
So what is it? What was so important?
Well, I just wanted to, like, celebrate the job, and also you told me to come and just let you know that everything went well. And I saw you were in there, so I don't think you needed to know that everything went well. I didn't really know that you're going to be there. That's why I kind of gave you a wink.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know either, but we also don't need to draw attention on.
Yeah,
No one needs to know what we're doing.
I'm really, really sorry for that.
No,
I just,
you didn't know. You didn't know. That's fine. We all make mistakes. It's all good. Let's just try and think a little bit ahead. We always want to be ahead of this because they don't know what we're doing. They don't need to know what we're doing.
yeah, exactly. That no one needs to know what we're doing. I think that that girl Amber doesn't know what's actually happening. But that's fine. Uh, I don't know if she's like the sharpest knife in the drawer, and that's coming from me.
Noted. Noted.
Um, so what do you want me to do next? You want me to go like more parts for you, or you just want me to wait for your next message?
Actually, if you could, I got a little side project that I'm kind of interested in. If
Yeah,
you and
okay,
the other
yeah.
folks could look into this company for me, see what they have, security wise, layout wise, where they're housing things at, microtech. If you look into them,
Microtech, yeah, we can. I get Jax, and yeah, we'll look at it ASAP.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you know what? I know I don't say it too often because I'm supposed to be the hard boss and everything like that. I'm supposed to keep you all in line, but I do appreciate you and Jax.
Thanks, boss.
It's can't be that hard. It's not easy. All you going around doing what you do. And what was that? Amber doesn't know. It's like I just want you tell me what it is we're doing. I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
Well, you told me to go get that other Ravnos lady. She refused to tell me her name. Uh, but you told me to go get her. Make sure she got to Amber. Amber was being really mean and talking about some sort of thing about Ugg boots and yoga, and I just sort of zoned out when she started talking about Instagram followers, and the Ravnos lady was just like basically told her to shut the fuck up as they like have business to take care of. And she said if they wanted if we were gonna do the Elysium thing right, then they had to be working together, and we don't have time to talk about followers. And then the Amber chick sort of was like, okay, uh you know she wants to be there, but they don't let her be there. And then she started playing the Hamilton soundtrack, talking about the room where it happened. And again, this
So
seems a little bit too
cliche.
on the nose for me, so I was just kind of zoned out.
No, I don't blame you for that. I mean, you're right. That's way too on the nose. That's way too on the nose. But no, like I said, I appreciate when you and the other folks are doing. Far as that other project, let's put that on pause. This is going to take precedent right now. We'll circle back on that. It's not that it's not important. It's that right now, shift and focus on this. This is the
So
priority for me.
Microtech, okay. Um, I think the Ravenos lady's gonna want to talk to you like at some point.
She wants to talk. She's obviously going to find me.
Okay.
She'll let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she will. She's very forward.
Nah, I mean, you see how we are, right?
I mean, yeah, boss. Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Well, Jax was like, you're being weird, and I thought, maybe you finally started reading those books that are on your shelf about being a better boss, because you've been a lot nicer recently, and so I just um
And those are the books that you all got me a couple years ago, right? Like
yeah.
I remember we talked about this,
I mean,
and
it wasn't super subtle, but like I just thought maybe we could, talk about different managing strategies that may work for how do you put this? Diverse a diverse employee pool. And by diverse, I just mean it's just me and Jax, but
I know, I know, I know. I
'cause
see
I
the
mean
looks
I'm
Jack
I'm
gives me.
happy to break a few heads for you, boss, but like just
It
don't
shouldn't just be up
break
to you
my
and Jax,
head.
though.
Don't break my head while I'm breaking
No,
heads for you, you know?
no, I get you. I get you. Like, well, I'll tell you what. It's been a while since you and Jax had the, obviously Jax seems a little frustrated, has some concerns, and I have toned it down. The books helped out. I appreciate that. Let Jax know I appreciate that too, because I know that was kind of hard to do. Um, but I think we need to have a little get together, a little chat, because I can only succeed if you succeed. And if I can't give you the tools you need to succeed, then we're not going to succeed.
Yeah.
And I
And
w-
then he reaches out like he's about to give you a hug, and then he realizes it's a terrible idea, and he's just like, uh,
I mean, we're not there yet, fam. We're not
um,
there yet.
yeah,
We got to talk first. We all got to talk. There's going to be a safe space.
okay. You sure you're okay, boss?
Hey, man, I'm good. And I go ahead and I take my phone and I'll toss him a Bitcoin over to his e-wallet.
Just a single Bitcoin.
He's like,
Enjoy
are you serious?
0.000007 of a Bitcoin.
No, a whole Bitcoin. That's a good chunk of change.
Yeah, whole bit. Hey, and I split one of the Jacks to him, like, because I appreciate, like, this is a lot. Shut the fuck up, Juice.
I mean,
God
that's
damn it.
basically what this Oscar's about. Like, let's be honest.
I hate it, but keep that wrong.
And he's like,
No,
uh, uh, thank you. Yeah.
no, it's the two of you. You've helped me build, and I put my hands up in the air and turn around like this. I'm not saying that you own this, but
No,
you
like
helped
that.
bring this.
I would never assume that, boss.
You helped make this happen.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go, buy something nice for the lady and the kids.
You do that. You take care of yours.
Okay.
All right.
And he kind of like, as he's looking back out the door, he kind of looks back over his shoulder at you, and kind of like looks back again and shuffles away faster. But there's like a skip in a step because he's like, oh, boss actually just listening to us.
I and I just feel, I'm just like, so that happened, and I digest everything that's been said, especially with this other Ravnos lady with it's been going, what they've been doing, talking to Amber and whatnot. I come in for the night, wake up with that extra hunger, and I go ahead and I will text Dakota in a group chat. I got some additional information about what happened last night. I'm not sure if we want to talk about that or just let it be. Let me know.
What happened last night?
I'll respond and say, let's meet and talk about it in person.
You get an automatic do not disturb message from Katura. I'm trying to enjoy my morning. Thank you.
And Snake Eyes is like, you got a message from your group. They want to meet up. Oscar apparently knows something about what happened last night.
That's unsurprising. I was actually gonna go see if Aurelia would let me back in her library because I have questions. Could you send a request over to Aurelio for me, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
I've been getting a bunch of messages today, and you hear his phone going off. Apparently, there was some Camarilla aligned gangrel that did not pass their check. And getting out of the city literally meant that some of them just walked.
No.
Oh no.
So some people walked across the bridge into like the Camden area. Some people got on trains. Like it was I gotta go pick some people up.
You gotta go pick people up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the
Good luck.
minivan, babe.
Have fun. Go pick up the boys.
Fucking idiots.
Does he send a message to me before he does that though?
Absolutely, he does.
Okay. I'm assuming we'd probably be up around the same time-ish. I would have received the message, and yeah, you would have received a favorable response.
Cool. I will be there as soon as I can get there.
Are y'all planning to meet there?
Like as the whole group?
Yeah, as the whole group.
When I say favorable response, I mean like, yes, I'm down for that.
I'm just trying to establish where y'all
yeah.
I thought this message was sent directly to Aurelio and not to the group chat.
So there's probably, I probably sent it directly to Aurelio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got very lost. I'm sorry. I was on.
All good. I was just trying to determine where that message is going to. So it's not going to the group chat. It's just going to Aurelia. The rest of you are talking about meetup, but you haven't said where you're going to meet up. Assumption is usually the bodega. I want to make sure that is the case.
That's the other thing I gotta do tonight is I will ask Snake Eyes like, hey, the bodega, the wards, are they the same by the same person who did the house, or did I get somebody else to do those?
As far as I know, you got somebody else to do that. The house is a special project that we worked on together. Well, shitballs.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Not tonight, because tonight seems busy, but we should probably have a conversation at some point.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I've got to get those fixed after the damn hellhound or the giant Zamishi smashed his head into. Oh no, it was the zombie that smashed his face into the wall. That's right. Damn it, I gotta figure out somebody to get those fixed with. And Ari just starts like rattling off chores to do.
And Snake Eyes is like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go pick these idiots up. Lucky for them, they had that ability to like meld into the ground, because I have a feeling otherwise they'd have like slept in the river, and that's super gross.
Yeah, no, I know we can't get sick, but they would have gotten sick.
Still, it's just
they would have gotten sick.
All right, well, I'll see you later.
Okay, I'll see you later. And I will go find my, I'm hoping this Ari has her old ass, like late 60s car that she can actually drive, like I did all the way back in season 1, where I had my massive Cadillac.
No.
Damn it.
You have a bike.
Little station wagon.
And I mean a bike, not like a
Brady Bunch.
motorcycle. I mean a bike.
Yeah,
You mean she
okay.
doesn't even have a razor scooter to her name?
Is this the city
I-
rental? The city rental bike?
No,
Does she not-
it's a fancy bike. It's
I-
nice.
Yeah, plenty of cars now have like smart chips and shit in them, so it makes sense.
I
So-
will call an Uber.
Yeah.
You mean Snake Eyes will call it.
Somebody, I will get an Uber.
Yes.
They're probably around. That's fine.
Sometimes when you yell at your like Google Home, you're like, "Hey Google, order me a Uber." It'll respond. You might have to do it like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it, my Google is no, stop. Hey Google, cancel.
That's a fail.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Power.
That's
Oh, Lordy.
essentially what happens. Mine works on command. Yours does not. Oh my fucking god.
Is it still?
Anyway.
It's still going
It's
on.
still
It's still
talking.
going. I told it to cancel. It doesn't listen to me.
Rude
It only
ass.
listens to me when I don't want it to. Anyway, yes, Ari, you managed to get an Uber.
It doesn't
fine.
help that we have an NPC named Alexa, also.
Oh, we get the puncher. I'm here. You bet your ass make it just Despacito joke.
Yeah, sometimes
My
my name generator does not like. I started to not do that name, but I was like in the middle of something, and I was just like, first name I saw, wrote it down.
It's okay. My next ghoul will be named Siri.
God damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cortana.
I hate you fuckers. Anyway, y'all make y'all way to the bodega. Serenity, I assume you are you bringing Paco?
Yes, if it's the bodega, I'm obviously bringing Paco. Paco needs out of the house.
Okay. And you know, when he gets out the house, Paco likes to take a little flight to stretch his wings, you know. But he always just comes back and just lands by the door and kind of pecks at the door until someone opens the door for him, be it you or Honey.
Gabriella.
Now Gabriella mostly ignores
Oh.
Paco.
Oh, I thought you meant at Serenity's house.
No, at the bodega.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like she doesn't like Gabriella. It feels like she has to fight for attention with Paco, sort of thing, because they're both.
She's just eating
cool.
Fruity Pebbles. That's all she cares
So,
about.
like, generally, the only time that they're like in agreement is when they're watching shitty TV together. Yeah, they like to watch like Temptation Island and stuff together.
Oh my god, I feel like they'd be bitching about 90 Day Fiance all the damn time.
Anyway,
I feel like in those moments though, like there's also like Gabrielle's probably eating those Fruity Pebbles, but like can't stand Paco, but will always reserve like, you know, the green Fruity Pebbles because she knows that Paco likes those, and will leave those aside.
she's
Like, I can't stand you, but whatever. Don't let anybody know that I'm doing this for you.
exactly. It's exactly like
And then
that.
Paco looks at her and looks at her with a look that says, "Bitch, you know I like Apple Jacks."
Anyway, yo.
I
Okay.
mean, Gabrielle's more than welcome to join us at the bodega too, but she doesn't.
Smacks, maybe?
Y'all are at the bodega now.
But she asked Serenity
I
what
walk
happened,
in and
whatever
grab
grocery
a
list
cereal
Gabriella
box
gave her
and-
because she needs to eat.
Paco's like, I want that cinnamon toast crunch now. I should be on the front of the Fruity Bubbles box. Fuck Toucan
Count
Sam.
Count Chocula.
Okay.
Before I leave the prince's house, I say, "Don't forget to tell Asia that I treated you very well. And make sure you're properly taken care of." And then I leave.
It's like, you know, it's not like that, right?
Oh, I know it's not like that.
Okay.
I'm just following up on what all those demands she made of me last night.
She's doing her job.
I know.
Then why are you being
You can still tell her though. I'm not being petty.
That's petty.
Okay,
You
fine,
really
it is a
want me to
little
tell her
petty.
that? That's petty.
Okay, you don't have to tell her that.
I'm not. I can do without a bunch of pissed off women at me. Like, no. Oh my god. I'm really trying to get to this bodega scene.
Okay. We're at the bodega.
Y'all
Smash
are
cut to the
fucking
bodega.
ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I
I
feel like every
there.
stream I always break character for everybody. So I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's
This
fine.
is my public apology
So,
on stream.
I
to
cannot.
everybody.
I can't even be mad because I do this all the goddamn time in streams that I'm not running. So
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Oh my lord. Too many things.
So all of you arrive at the bodega roughly at the same time. We're just gonna go that because Ari took an Uber. It took a little while to get everything there, but the rest of you got there. Obviously, Serenity gets there first, but everybody else gets there shortly thereafter. And y'all
I am
can
already.
commune.
Well, first I take my broom and I start poking around for shade because she keeps surprising us, and I'm not dealing with her ass tonight.
I just pop electroception.
Thank you. I don't have anything special for that. So I'm adjusting things.
Make sure it's just us, Paco, and Honey.
Is there a role for electroception?
No, I think that just turns on. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's free.
No, I mean not a rouse check, but I mean a roll to detect something with it.
Discussion on attack system. No roll to activate powers. Resolve plus 11 bolt versus difficulty.
Okay, roll your resolve plus 7.
I'm doing my after everything that's happened in here and my conversation with homegirl that put her finger on my lip as well.
Did your mic just drop again or something?
Yes.
Okay.
What difficulty?
No. You're rolling to set the difficulty, actually, if anyone's rolling against you, essentially, or if someone else is there. You'll see. I want to see what you roll. No, just put a 0 in for difficulty. 5 successes. Would you like to burn some willpower?
Yeah, it's a new day.
You have 3 that you can re-roll. Uh,
9.
you don't detect anybody here. I'll just put it like that.
I
Oh, go ahead.
I pop it. I guess you can see like my eyes close and open up and kind of like blue electricity thing. And
Nice static shock.
yeah. And like just give
I
like a
love that
quick
show.
just look around, like up, down, left, right. Like you're beginning like, hey, you just started a new game. Let's get the orientation down. And I don't see anything, and I just come out of it like, yeah, we're good.
What does that roll for, Aurelia?
Sense the unseen.
Cool. You don't.
If I
You-
willpower, will I? It's a bestial failure. I don't know what that impacts.
That's not a bestial failure. That would be a bestial failure in certain situations, but it's not.
Okay.
If you want to blow willpower, you can do that. Absolutely.
Yes, I will.
Do the thing. You don't detect anything out of hand. It's normal shit. You see Oscar's using some powers, but that's about it.
I think, at the end, like both Aurelio and I kind of look at each other and just like do a little like head nod.
Yeah, everything's great.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful.
good.
So, all together, had a weird night. What's on your mind, my peoples? What will you all talk to each other about? Oscar says he might have some information.
What did I miss after I left? Serenity was not there for any of this part, and I don't know if Kelvin told her how the hell he ended up in Camden. So,
Oh, by the way, you're
Do you even know he's in Camden?
Calvin.
He would have. He would have. He would have been like, just
Okay.
spam texting Serenity. What the fuck
Oh
is
my
this
God.
bullshit? Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Well, yeah, I guess I wouldn't know
why
that.
is
So
he
I'll just
mad
be,
this time?
oh, Kelvin. He's texted me saying he's in Camden.
Why?
I mean, I would be mad too.
I mean, but they did a nice job in the waterfront.
I don't know. I don't.
I
I feel like,
Quick rundown.
Serenity. Yeah.
Are y'all just
the
gonna
quick
give
version.
Serenity the whole thing about what happened? We don't
Yeah.
have to go through that
Yeah.
whole. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Which at the very end, that Serenity is just like is trying to keep a straight face, but is trying really hard not to fucking laugh. Dude, I know
I
it's
think,
shitty, but still.
and Aurelio will be sharing this with you. Also, kind of like smirking and laughing too. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay, that's shitty, and I'm sorry, but also like, of course, dude got upstaged in his own party. Yep. Okay. Anyway,
What do you got, Oscar?
I dump everything that Joey Not Badass told me last night.
Cool. So yeah, Oscar tells y'all about what this person did, the lack of information he had essentially. There's some Ravnos in the city that did this, and that's the nitty gritty of what you know. And they're working with Amber.
And the interesting is, like, there's not too many Ravnos. Like, we kind of stick to
people.
Yeah. I mean, we're
we fighting your clown. This is
Oscar,
gonna happen.
the weird thing about this to you is that if this is a Ravnos, they have more than just presence powers, because that's one of the things that Ravnos have. They have dominate too. And that is odd. Not too many Ravnos you know have dominate.
Do I have a sense, or is there anything I could do to kind of see if this might be my sire?
Based on the feelings you had around your last sire, or your sire, you did not feel anything like that.
Okay. And I'll just be like, we normally keep quiet. We're supposed to be the last of our dying breed, I guess you could say. The fact that there's another Ravnos here, not that I know of, I don't know who they are, but apparently they want
I
to
mean,
talk to me. So
this Oscar wasn't exactly quiet either. I
quiet
mean,
in a
you were invited
sense.
to Elysium.
Oh, well, this was all I mean, Serenity was invited too. Like, we all were invited.
No,
to
but
this.
what
This
I'm
is-
saying is this Oscar wasn't exactly quiet. Not as quiet as you're saying that Ravnos should be.
No, I get what you're saying.
Would I know if Ravnos are considered high or low clan?
Roll me intelligence and occult. Difficulty 3.
Oh God. Okay.
did it.
You're pretty confident they were considered to be a low clan.
Well, Oscar, I mean, I obviously don't know who this was, and if it means anything to anyone, the Toreador Primogen also didn't know who that person was. It's not unheard of for folks to, you know, share what they can do with each other. And I will say, like, I will, I guess, if I can lean into one of my lore sheets and kind of like glance around the room, be like, I feel like you might be familiar with what it's like to exchange blood amongst each other. You seem very close. Maybe not in this timeline, but in a different time. I, for one, can have been known to, get a little taste of other low clans. That was gross, sorry.
I mean, like I said, I'm going to find out soon enough.
We don't really talk about high clans and low clans. It's a bit too classist for me.
I mean, I don't disagree. It doesn't mean that it's not a thing.
Oh, I'm not saying that it's not, but
that don't mean you have to say it.
I don't know. Yeah, you don't have to refer to Oscar as low clan.
Oh, I'm not referring to Oscar as low clan.
Oscar's around us.
How about we just move past this and on to bigger matters?
By association, I'm assuming.
Also,
Oscar, I'm confused.
However, Oscar, Aurelia does
Okay, I was making
good point about blood sharing. Ari, Serenity, and I were able to do it, but you weren't around.
What?
Give me lightning powers.
Give us lightning powers. Give us hacker powers.
So what is it?
Just a little taste.
And what do
Just
I
give me
get
a little taste. I rub it on my gums. We share our blood with you. You share our blood with us. Your blood with us.
We become unstoppable. No. And
bonded. Just a little.
Just a little. Just a little.
A little. It'll go away eventually.
Fine.
It'll be fine.
Y'all give me a bit to think about that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, consent always. But I'm just saying, we did partake, and unfortunately, you weren't around for us to ask you. So,
unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, maybe, possibly, but
depends on how you look at it.
Of course.
I mean, Serenity's blood has done me wonders.
All right, that's good to know. I'll just let me sleep on that.
Okay. I mean, I would say not to take too long, but we're immortal, so take as much time as you need.
I mean,
and maybe there are other ways that you can repay the favor. Maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be an even blood for blood exchange. Maybe there are other ways that you can satisfy someone's needs.
I mean, isn't that what you got? No, I'm not going to touch that. You have your ways of doing things that you want to do to get your kicks.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have your ways to satisfy your desires.
I'm still not sure what you mean.
Yeah, are you talking about kinks right now, Oscar? Because I feel like now's not the best time.
No, I'm not talking about kinks.
Or you're talking about my interviews?
I mean, can we not talk about our sex lives?
I would love to get. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe I can't speak for Oscar, but I do. The invitation is still out there. Anybody who wants to, have a little chit chat about
I think
yourselves, I'm always down to listen.
we're still finding out who we were and are in this time.
Yeah,
And
no,
for
I
us
agree.
to give information now would just be
Oh yeah, no,
conflicting
certainly.
of what.
Yes, I agree. Now's not the time. I'm still dreadfully curious about what things were like in this other realm that you timeline that you came from. Now's not the time. But I'm curious.
Public are these interviews? Or are
What was
they
that?
for your own private collection?
Can you repeat the beginning? Out of character, can you repeat the beginning of that?
Yeah. I mean, how public are these interviews?
Oh, no. It is certainly not public. It is, let's say it's like academic research. It's not for me. It's all based on your interest. I would love to talk more about that. I feel like now is not the best time to go into the details of that. It's more so, my interest is more so in preserving the history of who we are and were and the people around us, for better or worse, from your own perspective, lived perspective, what you want to share about yourselves so that it doesn't get lost. We are immortal after all. I still feel like now is not the best time to go into like the semantics of all of that, but I'm happy to entertain more questions about this when we're not brainstorming this matter at hand right now.
Real quick though, Aurelio, how
Yes.
private is your library collection? Is there a section for particular books to be unread, not to be read by folks? Where do you hold your sensitive book?
Oscar, are you asking for permission to access my unauthorized collection?
No. I am asking,
Okay. Well,
do you take books for this unauthorized collection?
as in, like, do I
Can I make a donation?
I think
to
the
submit a
issue
book?
is
I see,
we
I
don't
see.
necessarily want this getting out to anybody who has access to the library.
Gotcha.
To stop dancing around the statement.
Yeah. I will say that's a fabulous question. I am in the process of upgrading after our last interaction with Miss Amazon over here. I feel like I need to up things to make things a little more secure. So after I walk through that process or go through that process, I could alert you, just for the safety of the library overall. And if there are things that you would like to keep in a secluded collection, we could make that happen here. We may need to work together on that to make sure that we have a place where anything that any of us would like to make sure is not publicly available, that would be, I think, one of the best places under my purview where we could keep them. Currently, as it stands, no. They're books as they stand, books themselves, no. I do have other artifacts and other things that are not publicly available and accessible. However, we can make that happen. There are things that we can make that happen.
Let's talk then. And then I'll turn to Ari and our little scavenger hunt. I have the guys looking into it.
Wonderful.
Oh, two-way conversations in a group setting. Love that.
I have my sire looking into it, so maybe we can actually do things legally. The microtech thing that I had mentioned, I believe last time we were in the library.
Is saw your sire?
I did. I was high.
Uh,
It was very exciting.
Wait, you went to Elysium High?
I
Oh.
was not going to make it through sober.
Honestly,
what I
what a
saw.
great idea.
I know. Honestly, I'm not sure how
you
I
held
made
your
it through
shit.
that sober.
Um,
I think we got the
yes,
right
it
idea.
was. I think he likes me in this timeline, which is bizarre. And I don't
Is
know
this
what to
what-
make of that.
I mean, is this Brighton personable enough that you don't want to kill this one?
I mean, this one hasn't done anything to me yet.
Okay.
Give me like a week. I'm sure.
Just
it's not-
asking. I need to
It's
figure out
not
what the hell happened to
entirely bad to have an adversarial relationship with your sire.
Oh no, I would have absolutely killed him previously, but this one seems to like me, and I'm very curious if I'm ever. You know what? Nope, that's too much brain funk when my joints feel like this.
Do you need
And
to
I'm
sit
gonna-
down?
This is fine. I'm gonna start going through my Rolodex and see if I have any notes about who did the wards here.
Intelligence and investigation.
I could make a recommendation if you feel like you need someone to work out the knots or pains in those joints. I could spend a few names your way or a location.
Appreciate that. It usually wears off by the next night, so I'll be all right, but thank you. I'm just gonna leave it at 2 and 0. Okay. Nah, 3.
You have a surprising number of cards in your Rolodex that don't have names on them. They're just locations. And thus,
Yes, you're
you-
very fucking clever.
You
Great.
have a
God damn it.
few that could be.
Lame. I have to think. Okay.
Didn't you just ask Sarah and Jerry if they know? If
Probably.
the other already told them? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any other ideas when it comes to tracking down your own information.
Yeah, that's I might have notes in my lab too. So
Katura, I'm
You're
curious.
looking through these notes in
Hmm?
like in front of us in the library, in the bodega.
yeah, it's just a giant fucking Rolodex. It's not even notes.
Okay, never mind.
What I was saying, Katura, are you telling the coterie anything about what you and Prince Cole discussed last
Oh
night?
yeah, I was going to. I was just waiting for all the other conversations to resolve.
Cool.
I didn't want to interrupt. So,
enough.
but yeah, I would like go through what I discussed with him, especially about the cell phones and the anarchs, and just like I told him I would talk to you, Serenity.
Mm,
I made him no promises.
that's fair.
I did get some clarification on the whole cell phone thing.
What?
Because I think
Mhm.
I felt that was sort of it did come across like he was saying nobody could have phones anymore. And while I
Right.
do get his point about, it being a little childish that we're so mad about it, I get where he's coming from to an extent.
Mm,
But basically what he said was, it's not about giving up your cell phones and communications. It's just about being a little bit more careful and discreet
you
with
just
your
say
usage
that?
of it. I don't
just
know. I don't.
well, my problem even, and here's the thing, part of that would just be keeping my cover. The second thing though, I legit asked him, who on the Anarch side do you have on your side on this? And he didn't answer me.
Right. So, I mean, it's like if you get like maybe start using VPNs, things of
Oh, no
that
problem.
nature, like just protect your. And
Yeah.
this has to go for everybody.
Which that
not
shit
really-
makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Why didn't he just say that? For the love of fuck, that would have been so much
I
easier reading
also-
into other people's heads.
Oscar, roll me int and technology.
Oh, great. I also talked to him about, there were several concerns that came about him just kind of murdering people out of the blue,
Which were the roles? I'm assuming that was his excuse.
A lot of these people were made without permission.
Which I still don't entirely understand why that role is the fledgling's fault. But anyway,
No difficulty.
I agree with you,
Just put a 0.
but you know.
It's a weird thing. They keep saying, well, those are the rules. And I'm like, well, somebody's got to be able to change the rules, right? Like, if we all agree the rules suck, why can't we talk to whoever changes them?
Oscar, you understand why the prince said no cell phones, no computers as a blanket statement, simply because some of these things that people use, their VPNs that they download and shit like that, are Google trashware and shitty things on Apple, and you could probably break them with very, very little work. So if you had maybe potential government agency on your side, you could probably hack most of this city without very much work. So you understand why the prince said no cell phones, no computers, none of that.
I won't.
You can
bring
say
it
what
up.
you will about that, but that is
No,
what.
out of character, I think you absolutely should bring that up. I'm just saying.
Also, I am rolling something for you, Oscar.
Oh, great. Your mom
Okay.
shows up. Just kidding. Your stepmom.
My mom
Really?
shows up. The chancleta that my mom used shows up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
a chancleta flies through the window, smacks everybody in the head like Thor's hammer and leaves.
In the background, you just hear,
Mommy?
Oh God.
God.
Stop. Why? Why must
No,
you bring
but-
it up every time?
But Lonzo, I do, just out of character, I do think that you should bring it up because I think that would be more useful to us than you keeping it to yourself. But it's your decision, obviously.
Yeah.
Oscar will bring it up after you have your conversation with Katura and
Well-
Serenity had their conversation.
Well, Oscar, that's what we have you for. You make something.
I make something.
Yeah, you're smart. You know how to.
You're the tech whiz here.
Yeah.
Knowing
you know how
what
they
it
could crack
is,
it.
yeah, it doesn't mean I could create one. I mean,
I'm sure it wouldn't take too
You
much
should,
work.
you should believe in yourself a little bit more.
Or at least you can know which is the good stuff we need to grab, even if you can't
Telling-
make one.
I could give suggestions. I could definitely give suggestions. But you're kind of saying like the mob boss should go ahead and do work. I got underlings for that.
You're not.
Are you
you're not
genuinely
my boss?
Are you
Just so you
genuinely
know.
telling me that the mob boss does not want access, happily given access to everybody's personal details because this is the best stuff that they can get to protect themselves?
I mean,
Oh, good point, Ari.
Dr. Smart for a reason.
Yeah, but if you hack my stuff,
Also
I'll rip
terrible.
your balls off.
Why
You're
would I
not
even
terrible.
why would I want to do that?
I'm just saying.
Why would I
Ari
wanna
made
do
a good point, but this is my caveat to that point.
You know, one of our tenants is fuck around, followed by find
Find
out.
out.
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Okay, so you don't want to find out. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
Okay, great. But no, I'm just saying, like, I think we have to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You say most of these other programs are garbage. I believe in you. I think you can make a VPN that's unhackable, or at least close enough to, or maybe at least get us access to a government one.
Government one I could definitely do. Just give me a few. Let me see what I could do.
Oscar, you get
How do you-
hungrier, by the way.
Hungrier?
Nope.
All right, I'll put that on there.
I'd offer to fund your little project, but you have money now.
It's true.
I do have money now. Whether I'll see if I can move things, if I can shift things here and there to make this happen. But is this something with that role that I could piece together fairly quickly, or is this going to be some sort of project?
What exactly are you trying to do? I want to make sure that I have clear parameters on this.
If I could find a way that we could piggyback off of some government VPN
Now, you do realize the government hacks its own government. Like,
True.
once you get onto a government VPN, you are bound by the rules of that government VPN. Therefore, that
Oscar, I have
information
a
could be potentially shared.
question. Could we maybe get the framework for the government VPN, but you make some changes to it?
Have
So
our
that
own
way-
little
Yeah.
subsect.
I'll put it like this: for your group, based on the how regularly you're rolling this well, you could do it for your group. Absolutely, you can get yourselves basically some secure lines and some secure SIM cards and that sort of thing. You would not be able to do this to scale to all of the anarchs or anything like that.
Oh no. No,
They
I
do
think
for their own shit. They just need to be told, look.
You might need a couple of days to get some new phones and things of that nature, but
I think for the Anarchs, Oscar would just give Serenity a list of Oscar recommended
I write the list down.
applications.
sure, they'll be more secure
Mhm.
if they listen.
This is a
But
start.
also,
This is a
but also,
start.
you know, I mean, maybe using, I don't know, a track phone. What do drug dealers use?
Eh.
I wouldn't know. I'm
Bunch of
not.
burners? I don't know. I
I'm
feel
not
like a lot
a
of
drug
people.
dealer.
You're close enough to one.
Your mom
in this
boss, I'm sure there's
timeline.
drugs on there somewhere.
I'm not close enough to one. I won't even say adjacent.
I would agree. I would agree with Oscar.
Oh, the way you said his name makes me think you don't actually agree.
Oscar, actually, Oscar, when you say, I wouldn't even say adjacent. Flashback moment.
Oh my god.
Oscar, you are suited up. You have Mick. You have Jax with you. Mick being the character you were talking to the other night, and you're going, Mick, I need you to not fuck this one up. Mick's like, no, I got you, boss. And then you grab him by the back of his collar and you bring him face to face with you. You fuck it up, I'll break your fucking head open. He goes, okay, boss, I got you. And y'all are on what seems to be a waterfront. And you're meeting up with some people. And it looks like your typical movie drug deal, to be honest with you. But Oscar, you know that you're not there for drugs. You are there for the money that is being exchanged. You need it for a particular thing. Nick and Jax are supposed to head off the people who are doing the drugs and basically pretend to be them. And this is why this is important for you. And it gets fucked, essentially. Nick basically attempts to jack a car, and apparently there's another ghoul in the other car, which was an unknown, and probably something you should have accounted for. And Mick takes a shot to the gut, and then it goes all the way offhand. And the next thing you know, you're using chemistry. People are seeing things. There's a lot of blood. You've eaten some people. There's a car that goes into a river. And you walk away with money and covered in blood. And you flash back to where you are now.
That's why Mick said that.
What?
Oh,
You're
You're talking out loud.
Flashback.
Ah,
Mm.
You're the first one to publicly acknowledge this.
Yeah,
Huh?
oh
you
yeah.
actually are. I just realized none of us ever said anything about it.
I think we mentioned that they happen, but I don't think we ever mentioned that we've had them in Aurelia's presence.
What?
No,
don't
but
know
I
if
think given everything that the coteries been through, and that we laid like this big huge bomb on the radio like a couple sessions ago that were from an alternate timeline, I think it only makes sense in Oscar's mind.
I'm with it.
So I'm like, okay, all right. That's that then.
Okay.
Out of character, is it? I don't want to spend too much time on this. When they have like flashbacks, do I get like a hint of that like double vision, or do I have no indication at all that there's a flashback happening?
They
Cool.
literally happen in like the time of a heartbeat. Like all of this flashes to the person's mind, but is not happening in real time. It is literally a second, and they remember all of that sort of thing. Faster than the speed of light or whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't stare off in the distance like that's so right.
And Miles, there's like maybe a visual like confused blink.
Yeah, your reactions are whatever your reactions are to it, but you're not like staring off into space.
So I'm not. No one knows minus Ari. But as I was leaving, apparently Mick, my hired goon, was told to meet up with them to meet me at Elysium. Not sure why. Apparently, old Oscar left some future messages. I haven't cracked it or broke it yet. But our relationship's been cantankerous, so to speak. So they've starting to pick up that I'm a little different. I've played it off as to like, they got that Oscar a How to Be a Better Boss book. So
These are your ghouls?
are they my goals? I don't know. I think they're just.
You really don't know.
I'll have to find that out.
See,
I'm just
1,
saying-
2, 3, 4. 4 heads just like tilt in your direction.
Paco probably does
Here's
too.
the thing. Here's the thing, Oscar. If they are your ghouls, they're going to find out eventually, because eventually you're going to have to feed them.
How long have you been?
That's
in
how
this timeline
Gabriella
for?
found out. That's how Gabriella
It's
found out.
closing in on a month.
So it's closing on the time that I would have to quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If
Oh,
they
sweet
are
baby,
ghouls.
yes.
If they
I
are
mean,
ghouls.
If they're
Might
goals,
want
I'll
to find
tell
out
you.
before then.
If not, they're
Well,
gonna be
after the
somebody
blood.
else's.
Okay.
Because if they ain't getting it from you, they're gonna get it from somebody.
Is this in character or out of character that you're saying this?
Yeah, I can't
In-
tell.
I can't tell
In-
either.
It was a
In-
bit of both, I think.
In character, but not like that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was not the intent. We understand. We just
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
I love playing with y'all. I really do.
Well, okay. So what are our plans here? What are our goals for this meeting?
But I just my thing was just to fill you in on what I found out. Where that takes us, I don't know. I mean, apparently we got Sabat and 2i down the street, it seems like.
To be fair, we've dealt with before.
We've dealt with
and
2i before.
Ended up destroying the timeline. So perhaps we let other people deal with it
Still
as
there?
much as
There you go.
possible.
I mean, yeah, like you said, we dealt with it, but we didn't have Sabat
Oh,
I'm
I wasn't there. For
Coming
that.
down the other end of the street.
No, yeah.
I mean, we
we had to
did.
bust him out.
Neither was
we
I.
did.
Oh, this is the other time. Like me, Ari, and Delroy busted him out of a 2i base because someone decided to poke the bear.
Mm.
I did not poke the bear.
You
Not poke the bear?
You jumped into the car with them, knowing who they were.
They got
I'd say
to me
that's
to get
more
the
than just
Delroy.
poking the bear.
They wanted Delroy.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I will not argue with you on that point. However, you have told us by your own admission, you willingly jumped in the car with them.
I think Aurelio and Katura have the same look on their face, like, what?
And Aurelio be like, is Delroy the one who the peacock belonged to?
No, that's
No.
Salvador.
Son of a-
Delroy was our coterie mate in the other timeline who didn't follow us to the future.
Delroy
Because-
used to own this bodega in
Yeah.
our old timeline.
Oh, I was gonna say this has always been,
think it-
as far as I know, it's always been Eddie's.
No, I think it used to be. Didn't it used to be owned by?
Used to be
Delroy's.
It used to be
Yeah.
Delroy's. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Delroy died. Delroy was not a kindred in this time.
And
Yeah.
I just look around the room, see there's like a chessboard around, maybe a little thing of
Yeah,
Delroy?
there's one. It has bone chest pieces made out of bones. Ari's been working really hard on her sculpting.
It's Delroy played checkers.
Everybody check.
checkers. Yeah.
Oh right,
I mean-
yeah, no.
You
it's
got
just
him the
rest of
chess
you
set.
kept it- The rest of you kept insisting it was chess. He played chess.
Yeah.
It was always checkers.
He got gifted. I think Oscar was the one who gifted
Oscar.
him.
Like
the
I said,
chessboard.
when he came back from Cairo.
Cairo. Yeah. Yep.
Cairo.
Kai-
Did I say wrong?
Cairo.
Cairo. I've never
Cairo?
actually said it out loud before.
Cardi B?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Cairo. You know what I mean.
Anyway. My question as a storyteller here to y'all is, y'all know the Sabbat are coming into the city. Y'all know there is a bit of a schism between the Anarchs and the Camarilla. And y'all know that the Second Inquisition might be on to this city in particular, all happening at the same time. Are y'all doing any planning to deal with this? Or are y'all just going about everyday life like nothing's going wrong?
Oh, Serenity's planning.
What is Serenity
just
planning?
say-
Are you telling the rest of the coterie? These sort of things matter. This is a place to have that discussion.
Okay, so what Serenity's main plan was to talk to the barons and be like, okay, Sabbat's here. We are still gonna have to deal with the cam, but we also do need to have that front covered and beyond just smashing their heads in the street randomly. So like we should probably have like, I don't know, I want to say patrols. Like people look like if the Zamishi or like the Sabbat are trying to actively cause issues for us with the cam, we need to stop those because we got enough going on already. And also we just get to smack some Sabbat in the ass. So cool. That came out wrong.
Even though that baseball slap, like
Like with a baseball bat. Like,
Good
you know,
game. Good game.
good game, baby.
That's not what I meant.
That's some great
I-
flesh crafting you just did out there.
Oh my god.
That is not
I'll
what
be
I
the
meant.
I'll be the commentator.
Flash crap that ass.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So
I'm
I-
so
I
chat, I'm so
will-
sorry, except I'm not, but also
I will point out that so far, nobody, which granted there's not a lot of people who would know how I got it. I might have a target on my back for knowing things I shouldn't. Given that
Again?
I don't know how I got this.
No, I know.
We
I'm
all-
just saying. I understand. This is not your fault. However, I am just saying this has happened before. That is not your fault.
the three of us look at Ari like, and
What
What
else?
else
Is,
is
I'm
new?
just I'm
get to the
giving you-
point. And
I'm giving you the latest list of people who might want me dead. That's all.
Okay, who's on the list?
yeah,
I don't
she doesn't
know. That's the problem.
You can't give us a list then, honey. There is no list if you don't know
everyone,
who it is.
everyone wants me dead, and I don't know why. Well, no, in
You're
this case,
valuable. You're valuable
look-
to so many people.
well,
Ari.
I'm dope. That said, everybody will kill me to stop me from helping everybody else.
True.
Oh,
So it
right.
becomes a problem.
You're literally Switzerland. If you go any direction, people are gonna be pissed at you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
doctors
I
save
don't
the
know that
world.
I don't know that I believe that, because that means that you can't help them.
There's ways, and I kind of like look over to my Rolodex and I'm like, I have a feeling that is why 3/4 of my notes have no names on them.
Oh, it's not quite that many, but
I'll
there's
exaggerate
a lot.
little bit. It's
There's a
fine.
lot.
I'm like, I have a feeling that's why 3/4 of my notes have no names on them, because secrecy
well,
helps.
Absolutely, yes. I don't know that it has anything to do with them wanting to off you or make sure that you are off the map.
Oh,
I think it might just be discretion.
it depends on how I got some of my powers. I'm not entirely sure how I got them, so I might have upset somebody, or
Like the Shadow Baby Bjorn.
no, the Shadow
What?
Baby Bjorn comes naturally. It's the
Oh.
other things I'm capable of that might have.
I point to the bone vase.
Last year's summer camp project.
Yeah,
Oh,
that stuff.
That's
Yeah,
not normal
that's
for her to do.
traditionally a very Sabat skill that I should not know any timeline.
I
And yet here we
see.
are, knowing
Do you
things.
tell Aurelio where you learned this and who you learned it from?
If they ask.
I don't ask because you just said that you don't know where you got it from. So
In this
I don't-
timeline, anyway.
yeah,
Ambiguous.
and I'm from this timeline, so like it's still like, even though I know what happened to you all, it still takes me a beat to know to separate the two, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Absolutely. So
Okay. So what do we as a group want to do? Like, Serenity is gonna get the Anarchs to patrol and whatnot, and hopefully maybe get them to be on board with kind of maybe helping to fight. I don't know. Serenity,
gonna
you're
fight.
grown. Serenity,
Yeah.
you're grown. I told the prince I would talk to you. I did my job.
I
Look,
need
if he
to.
wants to have an actual conversation, I'm open to that, but that's also like he's gotta have to want to choose to do so.
Yeah, I think I might need to talk to some people too, because I didn't see a lot of people that this is my first time here. Seems like people that I'm connected to are not usually invited to Elysium. So I feel like I might need to check in as well to make sure that we are aware of what's going on.
Well, you'll notice I was the only Hakata there. So
I did notice that.
normally not invited either.
I
We're
would've
very
been the only-
independent. We normally Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I normally try to not be involved in these type of political. I mean, I've been here for a little bit. Obviously, this is my first such an instance. Need to get some guidance from some people that I know that have been around a little bit more, and I feel like I made it through okay. But if there is going to be a need for potential collaboration across interests that are not cam or anarch aligned, I'm going to need to have some conversations with some folks.
Yeah. Oh, out of character, when is my meeting coming up with the other Hakata?
Soon, TM.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do personally. I don't want to deal with Tuai or Sabat, and it as in like I don't want them to, come in and take over. But I'm not sure what I could possibly do besides, talk to two people who have differing opinions.
I honestly, it feels like one of the best things I could do is lay low. So, because
If you want to lay low in the library anytime,
yes,
you're welcome.
absolutely. Thank you. That would be wonderful.
Or if you want to lay low at my place. I mean,
Yes, Tech Central.
Yeah, you can't
Nothing.
exactly stay there every day, Oscar.
Or if you would like to come house hunting with me.
I might be looking for a place, so that
Oh, well then come house hunting
would
with
be
me.
a good idea.
Which how's the whole thing over down at home? By the way, I meant to ask you.
Are you asking who are you
Still
asking?
awkward? Ari.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're asking Ari.
Is that still super awkward?
It's strange.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be.
I said the beast on every night.
To be fair, she keeps thinking I'm cranky.
Yeah.
I want to let the man mourn for the wife he lost, and that's difficult to do when her corpse is walking around the house.
No, that's entirely fair. I'm just checking in on you because you kind of do the thing where you don't say it and then you start shadowing, and I don't want you to do that if you don't have to, you know?
Somehow I've picked him in 2 timelines, so that has to mean something.
All right. It doesn't have to mean the same thing, but it whatever it is, I hope it turns out good. Okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to look the same, but they still be meaningful.
That's an interesting point, Ari. Why in 2 different timelines do we pick the same men?
I have no answers for you.
Oh,
Weird.
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe let's not even think about it. Let's,
And hence,
you know what? I'm team burying it right now. Burying that shit. Yeah.
yes,
let's do that.
Let's
Hey,
let's
we
go
are on the
house
same
hunting.
page.
Let's go
Listen,
house
Let's
hunting.
go house hunting.
I'm just happy you're talking about your feelings a little bit. That's all I was trying to get at.
Oh, trust me, it's awkward and uncomfortable and won't be happening again anytime soon.
Ari. I love you.
I love you.
I look at Serenity expectantly.
I love you too. I'm sorry. I was having a moment.
I love you too. Okay. I have a meeting coming up with some other Hekata, so maybe I can talk to them and see what their thoughts are on this situation.
That's a good idea. Hopefully it's not just versions Carmen.
We'll
I don't even know you gave me a
see.
name, but you know. Save it from
No, I think I did. Yeah, I think I
Okay.
did. Well, we'll see. I have a feeling they probably don't want to be involved because we typically just don't get involved in camp stuff. I guess I'm just different, or maybe I just like drama and I'm messy. Who knows? It's probably that. It's probably that.
I mean,
but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment. I'm not.
I mean,
comment. I'm not gonna...
Sabat and 2i are bad for everybody.
It's just true. Like that's the one thing I can't say. Like, listen, it's bad for everybody. If we can all just put pause on the feud and then resume when we're done.
Can I get an intelligence and history roll from? Is there history?
I don't history.
See history.
It is intelligence, and I'm looking for I would say, yeah, let's go academics. Intelligence and academics.
Great.
So regardless, I'm rolling 2.
Yeah, same.
What I have a feature that could potentially give me 2 extra die.
This is going to be on the history of the Second Inquisition, essentially.
The history of the what?
The Second Inquisition or Inquisition.
Oscar have to roll this.
I don't.
I'm
think this
arouse
is
my
happening.
intelligence just because I want to actually have a shot.
You know what? I'm arouse my intelligence
That's not
because
gonna help me.
I would like to roll something decent tonight.
That's a 2. That's a fail. So it still has.
And I fail, so I'm at 3.
Would this have?
Oh,
I mean,
great.
ethnographic studies, as in like the studies of a group of people and culture, potentially, maybe.
And Rose-
kinda
I
sorta?
think this
I
is more like an
appreciate the shot at it,
organization.
but no.
Nice try, but
No.
yeah. I love that. I
Also-
love that you try to shoot your shot.
I
love that
I
for
do
you.
too. I'm glad that you did it, but no.
Rose,
we
gives
have
you
a
2
set
extra
difficulty?
dice? Or 1?
Hold on. Too many people talking at once. What now? Hold on. Ivy.
I asked. I roused my intelligence. I failed, and I was gonna ask, do we have a set difficulty for this?
No.
Or do you want to just put 0?
Just put 0. I'm trying to see how well y'all do.
Liz, you should get 2 dice for rousing your int because it's your blood
Correct.
No.
potency.
Yes. It's
No,
not
thank
equal to
you.
your blood potency, but at blood potency 2,
It's-
you have 2 dice.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm not surprised.
That's not great. For me,
So
that's not
let's
great.
See.
And I'll go ahead and just roll willpower for those other 2.
Go for it.
Because why not? Where the hell? Sorry, I'm slow.
No, you're good. I would say that, outside of getting a little hungrier, most of you don't really like, you're trying to think about what you know about the Second Inquisition and so on and so forth, but you're just like, yeah, they burned some witches and apparently they got a bunch of vampires back in the day. That's really what I remember. Ari, maybe it's the time traveling, maybe it's the reading up on yourself and what you did and some of the monstrous things. But you notice that in the future timeline, the Second Inquisition wasn't really a problem for you. And so some of this is coming back to you and some of the stuff that was written and so on and so forth. And essentially, what you know is the Second Inquisition is not really one big organization. Multiple little branches of organization. So when the Second Inquisition goes and does a thing, it's because in a particular city or space, they have a feeling or they know or have some sort of evidence that blank bodies are there. And so the group sizes usually aren't large. You probably won't find more than, a dozen hunters in any place, usually less than that. But based on your role, I know what I said. Based on your role, maybe they'll come in force this time. Because if the word is that the Sabbat are coming, then maybe they're going to be coming in force too. This is all speculative in your head, but that's what you got out of that check, essentially.
Okay. Yeah. So
Also, you know that the old RA was very ruthless and recruited a bunch of people, and you probably turned a few SI members into chairs.
it sends a message.
The IKEA collection.
Yeah, there's a few churches in that timeline that are they're one with God now.
Do not test me. You will not like it as I slowly increase the thickness of your skull and crush your brain.
Wow. Okay.
Well, yeah, everybody in the room's like, wow, okay, sweetie.
And I just kind of shake my head and I'm like, so anyway, sorry, I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
There's probably going to be more than usual. And Sabbat in the original timeline were absolutely shit with money, so that would probably be the best route for them to start undermining them here. 2i probably does not have that problem, and if they come in force, they're honestly going to be the bigger issue. Sabat tends to be, and again, this is very broadly, disorganized. Now, granted, if they actually have a couple of old folks with them who can keep people in line, that might be different. But the 2i is militant and believe they are fighting for God. So they are not going to allow the fuck ups that the Sabat, who are counting on shock and chaos, would.
There's always an urge just, pack up and leave and then come back when, 2i sorts out Sabat, just let the two forces take each other out. But it doesn't work like that.
Are you saying we should do
is a
family trip?
desire. I mean, I would love to do a
field
family trip. Yeah.
Where? I'm curious.
Caribbean.
Where?
So we have
Rico's
money.
great
We
this
can
time.
go
Why? That's so
anywhere.
much fun.
It's nice at night.
No, no. My problem isn't with the scenery. My problem is with the way the time works.
We'll get 12 hours.
Well,
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Time works there pretty
Oh, I know.
similarly.
Well, what I
Daylight
mean
saving
is,
time just
but-
passed. I hear that there
What?
might be making it not a thing anymore.
Arctic. I don't know. I'm just saying dumb shit. Ignore me.
I don't want to be
I
cold.
don't- No.
Though
Valid.
we could
I would find
reenact
it-
that movie that I saw once, 30 Days of Night.
That could be fun.
We could always try to find mild stopping grounds in Missouri if you want to go
So,
to the Midwest.
And that
Oh,
movie is about
honey,
Sabat.
absolutely not.
essentially.
Yeah, basically.
That movie's about
Look.
Sabat.
If we go and just play 30 Days of Night, we have to be very quick and efficient and make sure that we cut the phone lines first.
Mm.
Okay,
Well,
I can't.
we
With
probably
all
should've talked
y'all
like
obsessed
this.
with phones, why are y'all so obsessed with getting rid of phones?
I'm not
Oh
obsessed
well,
with getting rid of
well,
the
if we're
phones.
if we're gonna go slaughter an entire village, I figure them not
Yeah.
calling for help is important.
Yeah, this is for them, not
that
for
was-
us. We keep
that was
we
my
keep our
only joke.
phones.
Well,
Oh,
let's
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
let's bring it back to modern times.
Oh
Like,
my
we
God.
gotta cut the internet.
Oh,
We gotta
that's
cut the
true.
internet.
I don't know how good the internet would be in, Anchorage. No, Anchorage is probably okay. Further north.
Anchorage is
Are
a
we
major
actually
city.
talking about leaving Philly right
Any-
now?
Why not?
I mean, we're talking about it.
Right.
yeah, we're
but
talking
We're
about. We're
not
not going to
gonna
do
do
it.
Okay.
Maybe depends on how
Vacation
bad
ideas-
things get.
Okay.
Th-
Vacation ideas are
dep-
totally fine.
Listen, this can be. How about this is like a Plan C situation, where if the
Okay.
two plans don't work out, then we get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Quick
there's
question.
got to be a
One
way that
question.
the anarch.
What is the two plans that are supposed to not work out?
Well, I have an idea. But I haven't. Well, if we wanted to have the two on the Sabat take each other out, what if we just coordinate to try to lure one out to face the other, and then they think they're dealing with the other side?
I don't think we need to do that. I think there's going to be plenty of other folks that need it. Why? Who said that we had to do this?
I think we're just sort of.
In it.
You're right, Oscar. You're right. I think we are thinking right now as our past selves, where we were constantly thrown into the shit for no
No one-
reason other than
exactly.
people just wanted us to do it.
No one's
It's
asking
not
us
all.
to do
It's
this.
not. That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Nobody's asking us to do this.
Asking us to go feed him a
So let's go on
Methuselah,
vacation.
jump to the future, figure out nanites.
So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Y'all want to leave?
We were told
No.
to leave Philly.
Yeah, by
We were
Oscar's
told-
friend.
I'm just making sure I have this right.
Wait, no, that's what Ivy's confused. Like, are we being serious about our characters leaving Philly for a couple weeks and just seeing what the fuck happens?
No, I'm not being serious. Well, Katura does think that this should be an option that we leave on the table.
Oh, absolutely. But like, is this plan A?
No, it's plan C.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Maybe plan B. Maybe plan B.
Maybe plan B just in case.
Yes, I believe Katura said that you have a meeting coming up. I need to talk with some people myself as well. So I think we have a little bit more reconnaissance to do. And we can maybe come back together based on what we acquire from these chats.
I will put this out there. This Oscar was working on the portal.
Did you make it work?
As you say that, Oscar, you get your phone
no.
buzzes a little bit. Get a text message. It's not a regular text. It's through your secure, I guess, Wicker, whatever application you're fucking using.
Mhm.
And it's from Jax. And he goes, the pretty ravenous lady wants to speak to you now.
Would I get the sense that they're hierarchy wise, like higher than I am?
There's really not a hierarchy. It's just survivors at this point. Because when y'all's antediluvian came and wrecked shop, they just didn't leave very many people left at all.
I'll text back saying where.
And you get a message that says Greyhound Station?
All right. Let's leave it at that. I'm not going to leave immediately.
Okay.
Also, there's a pause in conversation. Serenity is checking to see if her brother texted back.
Oh yeah, you get a text back. Serenity is like, love you too. When are you gonna come see me?
Soon, I'm busy.
Mama misses you.
I know. I'm aware. I'll be home soon enough.
Well, shit, I go through my phone too. Everybody check your Instagrams.
I've legit been waiting for a break in the conversation to do that too.
We're all just like,
all checking
okay. Yeah.
I actually
all
had
deciding
some
if
stuff
we're
put
gonna
aside
Anchorage.
for this. Katura, you get a message from Marie. Marie says, the family is trying to schedule a thing with you, and they said that I'm supposed to clear up your calendar for everything. And you told me that if the family wants to get in contact, I'm supposed to listen, but I'm just double checking.
Oh, fuck. Okay. When do they want to meet?
Tomorrow.
Do I have anything important tomorrow?
Well,
I looked earlier. I didn't necessarily see anything, but you know my calendar better than I do.
I mean, I can make it so you don't have anything important tomorrow.
I should probably go to this.
You told me before nothing's more important than the family.
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow.
What time?
11 p.m. The village. You know the place. It's the place that I sent you.
Okay.
In the suburbs.
Are you talking to me as Marie right now or as
No,
Prince?
I'm talking to you as Prince. Like,
okay, because I think I know Katura did tell Marie like that she wasn't the same Katura, so she'd be like, I don't know where it is.
Then she just basically send you an address.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any other messages?
Nothing important.
Okay. Oh, well, good news. Looks like my meeting got moved. Or it's a completely new meeting, but it's with the same people. So I'll be seeing them tomorrow.
Look.
Thanks. I really don't know, but they had everything cleared off my calendar. So have a feeling I'm going to be there a while.
If we don't hear
Okay.
from you the night after tomorrow, should we send a rescue?
Mm,
Even in your
Yeah, I
own
think that'd be great.
timeline, Katura,
Yeah.
you would know that
I-
the family's not going to do anything to
Yeah.
back you up. And if it was to the point where they got you, then there would not be any good way to rescue you. You'd be gone.
Yeah, I
Disappeared.
think I'll be fine. If I'm not, you won't be able to help me. So
Or we could just go to Anchorage now.
What you're saying is I could get revenge.
I mean, I fully expect all of you, everybody in this room, including Paco, to get revenge
Oh,
if I
okay.
go missing.
Paco puffs up, then starts packing out a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
Serenity, I feel like part would, like in the in between this would just be tossing Cheetos to see if he'll catch him.
Oh, Paco's great at that.
No, yeah, she'd just be like in the in between, like most of his conversation, she's been like tossing Cheetos in his mouth.
For you, Aurelio, you actually get a message, and it's coded, but you know the code. It's Belladonna, and essentially she says, "I'm sorry that I couldn't talk to you at Elysium. There were things at work, and I did not want to expose myself. We should schedule a sit down." And then there's a follow-up message immediately after that. And she says, "I saw what you did to Sophia." And it's just a like the cry face emoji.
Like the crying, laughing.
The crying, laughing one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just like tap react with the thumbs up, and then response like just name the time and place. And go ahead.
No, please.
While if she waiting for a response, I'll also check back. I would have responded back to Kelvin at some point after my "oh fuck" voice message accidentally went through. I would have responded to be like, "Okay, well, you should probably get back here. Let me know when you are back in town."
You get a message. I'm already back in town. Are you with Serenity?
Yes.
We should talk separately.
Name the time and place.
And you get an immediate response back from him, not Belladonna. He says, "Your club whenever you're going to be there."
Okay. I'll let you know when I'm in my office. I would also like to send a message to Snake Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a twofold message. One is, hey, Ari, I'm here with Ari, but just in case, whatever. These are the times when Ari can probably come by the library to try and set up like a library card, just in case you need to refer to this later. Also, I would love to set some time to just talk with you a little bit one-on-one, if you have some time coming up. I know that it's I will find, I as a player, I can't find the words, but essentially what I want to convey is like, I know this has probably been an adjustment, and I'd like to talk to you about what this transition has been like for you with a different person around, but not.
And you just get a message back that says, thanks, with the question mark next to it.
How would I respond to that?
And yeah, I think you'd absolutely do some shit like this. You get a another message, and it's of a book on Amazon, and the book is called Therapy for the Dead.
Should I know what this means? Am I being read? Is he throwing shade?
Maybe he might just be trying to be funny. You can't really get sarcasm over a text message.
Okay. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, I mean, that was specifically for my outreach was specifically for you. I don't know who, if anyone, if you have anyone to talk to about what this might be like for you. Just offering myself, again, not putting everything out there in text message, using like enough words to convey like that we hopefully both know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is just, I'm offering myself as essentially someone native to this timeline. To talk.
I was waiting for that because like the first message I could see him sending back based on how weird and awkward he is dot. I thank you, but I'm still trying to get sorry. Erase text message. I'm married.
I mean, essentially, like out of character, the offer is like,
he gets it. I get it.
Yeah, I can explain after off stream. Yeah.
And I know it's kind of anticlimactic because we're used to having these rides into, you know, some straight up drama, but I think it's a good place to cut off. Let the coterie breathe for a little bit, decide if they want to move to Anchorage.
No.
The next time.
No, clearly
Anchorage
we're
by
going
night.
to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico by night. Ooh.
Puerto Rico by night would be kind of cool.
We're just all like senior frogs, just feeding on tourists.
Yep. That's it.
We're
It's
hitting
a
all the
great
touristy
life.
spots.
Yeah.
The people are juice boxes for y'all. Y'all don't drink margaritas. Y'all drink people.
I drink blood margaritas.
Sangaritas.
Yeah. Sanguinitas.
Thank you. I see you. That's where I was going. All right. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Thank you for the raids. Everybody who's dropped in new follows. all that jazz. We appreciate all of y'all. I'm so glad to have y'all here. And I'm glad to be able to play with this wonderful group of people every week. Seriously, y'all are always a pleasure. And I say this on stream and off stream to y'all, but I want people to know this is a great crew of people to run a game for. So yes, even if y'all are head asses, I know I hear you laughing.
Listen, you're just as much of a head ass as the rest of us. So
I can't.
head ass
It works so well.
squad.
We are a bunch of chuckle fucks who do shenanigan factory all the time, and that is just how we roll.
And speaking of chuckle fucks, let's let
Oh.
these chuckle fucks sign themselves out, and we'll start
was
with
like-
Ivy.
Wait. Sorry, what's
They
going on? Can
No.
after I have that exchange with Snake Eyes, I then like go back to my message screen of like all my text message threads, and then I just linger. I open the one to Mingo and I just linger on it and do the whole like I type something, I delete, I type something, I delete, and then I just go back off the screen and shut off my phone and don't send it.
We end on codependency, but but maybe being rehabilitated.
I am very much looking forward to how this story develops. So Ivy, tell the people who you are and where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter. You can find me at IVM_57, which Serenity content is finally rolling out on there in the next couple of days. I just filmed like 2 videos today. More are coming when I get back in the makeup. And I'm really excited to show that off. And you can find me here on Saturdays, and depending on what game we do next, every other Friday on our new game time, whenever we finish deciding which game, because we have so many ideas and they're all fantastic. And yeah, I have a Ko-fi and an Amazon wishlist if you should choose to donate money or anything. That'd be up to you.
Sweet. Up next is Juice.
Hey, I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I have played your resident Tremere, Aurelio Valentin, and you can find me here playing Aurelio Valentin. And on Thursdays, you can find me on the Greater Restoration Crew's channel playing Ocasio, our Harangan Gloomstalker Ranger. Lord knows what happened this last session because I wasn't there. So I'll be excited to catch the VOD alongside the rest of you, which you can find on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TheJuiceTM. Other stuff coming down the pike, which I will announce soon.
Sweet. After that, we have Mikey Mike, who's not here, but we will drop Mikey Mike stuff in the chat. And Lonzo.
We're doing everyone. Lonzo Gonzo here. I was playing Oscar de Leon Ponce, our Ravnos mob bot hacker kindred. You can find me on Twitter at Lonzo Gonzo. You can find me on Twitch at Lonzo Gonzo_, where we last finished. Let's see, we finished Ghost of Tsushima. Amazing freaking ending. Then we did a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. I have a couple games, but we'll try and get into it next week. Other than that, that's where you can find me.
Sweet. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair, and I've been Katura Baptiste, your social media Hikata influencer. And also, I can't even think of something clever right now. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at FairBear. Thursday nights, you can find me on the Greater Restoration Crew, 8 p.m. Eastern for Tales of Faerun, our D&D 5e campaign, where I play Nouvelle Duskdane, your Arcane Trickster Rogue. Fridays, you can find me on Chaotic Tiefling ATL, also 8 p.m. Eastern for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, where I play Sophia Umbermore, your Plant Geek Nature Witch. And then actually starting this Tuesday, you can find me over on fortnerd.com's channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm pretty sure, for Dreadful Tales Arc 2, where I will play I fucking hate you guys. Sorry. Sorry. Fortnite.com's channel, Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where I will be playing Arkira Stormslayer, your Oath of Glory Paladin in Dreadful Tales Arc 2. And then yeah, just follow me on Twitter. I have some other things coming up that haven't been announced yet, so that's where you'll know when I'm doing it. Also, I'm sorry, everybody in the Zoom chat's a fucking monster.
I was gonna say, just so everybody in the audience knows, this character break or whatever was not my fault this time.
I'll take credit for this. I thought it was
For
clever.
once, it was not
I feel
me.
like we need to make a rule where if we type something super fun in chat, we have to say it out loud now.
Oh, Jesus.
I am not saying it out loud.
That's how I wrote it in this chat. Sorry, y'all. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I have played your Grouchy La Sombra. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Fuzzy Slippers 05. Mostly I am here and on TikTok, and I'm gonna start looking to maybe do some stuff some other places soon-ish, eventually. Yeah. Exciting.
Excellent. I suppose that leaves me. Hi, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and that's where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. What do I have going on? Tomorrow, Wayward Revelry, my D&D 5e campaign based on Wild Beyond Witchlight. That is at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Besides that, we should be back for Eualia, the Redwall campaign over on the Amphitheater on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. But most of you already know that Vancouver by Night is this. Yeah, I won't be at PAX, which means we're going to have another episode of Philly by Night that week. So do be here for that one. I'm thinking, since I was planning on taking a week off already, that maybe we'll do a very special one shot. Maybe we'll motherfucking crab truck part 2. You never know with us.
Oh my god, I gotta bring back Leroy Jenkins.
I never got to play that
y'all.
game.
We appreciate y'all. We're gonna see if there's someone to raid. But we will see y'all next week for sure. Have a wonderful night, family. Peace.